What is going on, everybody? Rogers Base here, and welcome to the Chaos Time podcast, where 10 people have joined together to kill chaos. I'm your host, Roger. Of course, I am joined by my co-host, Shofu, who you're probably watching on twitch.tv right now. What's going on, Shofu?
Yeah, buddy. Nothing, man. Just waiting,
Shofu,
waiting real patiently to talk shit about some Sonic, man.
I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say you're waiting patiently to talk shit about another person, because Shofu, you and I have something in common, and that's we're verified on Twitter. Just like this next person, who I know you want to make fun of, Fidel. Congratulations on the verification. You're still trash.
Thanks, you know what I mean?
I didn't say all that.
Oh my god.
Listen, man. Listen, I may be trash. At least I'm verified trash. You know, it's
Talk
official.
to him.
It's official trash.
But isn't that worse
Okay.
though? Like,
Yeah, it is. It is.
No,
But
no,
it's
like
better.
now I
No, it's
know
better.
you're trash.
No, it's better.
Yeah, exactly.
You're verified.
But now you know. But now people will know. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather
Okay.
people know than not know. You know.
Mm.
Well, someone else who definitely knows you're trash is Coast. What's going on, Coast?
Hey, Nintendo gamers.
A little louder for E3. Come on, you gotta.
I'm trying to capitalize on that ASMR Twitch trend, you know. So
Oh, we gotta talk about that. Well, I guess
No, we don't have to talk about that.
We don't.
I can't talk about it because I'll go crazy.
I will too.
Oh my
Well,
god, bro.
something else we're not going to talk about is Knockout City. So
I
what's
saw
going on,
people
Tito?
farting on microphones, bro.
Man, I hit diamond in that game. I haven't touched that game since.
That game
First
dead
of all,
yet?
we said what? People play that game. Street Lights on Spotify dropped 2 hours ago. Go stream that shit. Okay. And Virum and I are hosting a Guilty Gear tournament like in July.
Nice. All right.
So it's going to be, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to commentate that top 8. So if you nice, you get the greatest commentary duo of all time, the Japan Time duo.
Easy.
So, and
I'm
it's free.
looking forward to
It'll be
that.
free to enter. It'll be free to enter. So stay tuned.
So, Tito, since you already threw it to Virum, I got to say congratulations on joining him. And I want to say, by the way, at the very beginning of this, congrats on Solar Ash finally having a release date. The game looks awesome.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah.
Well, what's
When it
the
comes out.
release date for the people at home?
Well, the person who's talking right now, by the way, Virum and Tito, they're hosting a Tekken tournament, and McDareth, who was just talking,
Tekken?
is
Tekken.
not going to.
Tekken, bro.
What did I say? I screwed up my
Rent-free,
intro. I was
bro.
going to go all.
Tekken.
Oh, bro.
Rent-free.
I screwed up. I jumped in. I was going to say Pokken, but that's all right. What's going on, McDareth?
Doing well. Visited or whatever. And it was the cat's birthday of the weekend, so over at his place, walked around New York the other day, and now my legs are killing me for a year and a half of sitting down mostly. So, besides that, doing well.
Hey, go to the fucking gym, man.
Oh my god.
Walk around on a treadmill or something, man. Get active.
Normally,
Derek.
I have exercise. It's not like I'm out of shape.
Get
it's just
active,
my
man.
muscles. My muscles are telling me they liked it, but it hurts. That's all that
Hey,
matters.
what?
So,
Hey, hold
anyway,
on, bro.
huh?
That was crazy.
I said nothing wrong.
No,
Anyway,
you
that's
Hey,
first.
your muscles are
No,
sus.
no worries. No worries. Something else that hurts. I was going to say something else that hurts just like McDareth's muscles is the lack of banjo at the Microsoft conference. What's going on, Mike?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess I'm a little. Yeah, I guess that's fine.
Did he?
Yeah, I mean, you're the Microsoft person. Mike, the Microsoft person. I had to throw it to you.
What's up?
I said, you're the Microsoft person. You're Mike.
Nah,
Bro, shut the hell up.
I don't like this.
Actually, both Microsoft fans have M at the start of their name. Huh.
I mean, I was going to do a lead-in with Five Nights at Freddy's, but I thought it was too soon, so I'm not going to do that yet.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. But something we will talk about is JapanTime.cool, which Warchamp is working on right now. What's going on, Warchamp?
That's wrong. You got it wrong.
Well, what is it? You give us the URL.
It's teamjapantime.cool. Come on.
TeamJapanTime.cool.
You don't even know the URL, bro.
I mean, bro, I said Tekken earlier when we were
anyone
talking about
at
Guilty
this
Gear.
point-
I'm all over the place.
Yo, Guilty Gear?
Yo,
Yeah, Guilty Gear Strive.
The show's over.
And then finally, last but not least, we have Zeph. What is going on, Zeph?
So,
That's good. You left yourself no room to fuck up that intro.
That was it. Just saying sup.
Plain and simple, man.
yeah.
Yeah. Nothing else needs to be said. Just like the majority of E3. The majority of this E3 was absolute booty cheeks and not the good kind. So we're not going to focus on a lot of the bad E3 stuff first. We're actually going to start with something that I know is going to be a controversial topic, but something that you all wanted to talk about, and that is Sonic Central. Now, this was the first event that happened since the last podcast. It was sort of a Sonic Direct in which... were there more than one game? I don't know. I guess there were 2 games announced and a couple other small things.
Barely.
Barely. You guys want to talk about it? Who wants to lead this conversation? Let's go, Fidel.
Let's leave it to the Sonic.
Hey, go ahead. Fidel, go ahead and talk to him, bro.
Oh, Fidel, go first.
All right, so listen.
He knows. He
All
knows.
right, listen. I'm not.
Bro,
I'm not.
he's
Listen,
looking over his shoulder while he talks.
no, I'm smiling right now. Listen. I wasn't. It was not the big like insane blowout I thought that was gonna happen. All right, but it was a good start because they said there's gonna be multiple of these. Okay, all right.
Okay, wait.
Again.
Now let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
In what
yeah,
way
yeah.
was it a good start?
It was a good start. Like we got some stuff rolling. Okay, like we
Has
have-
a sequel to Trash ever been good?
Hey man, hey listen.
I mean, yeah, bro. There's trash
no
and then recycle.
Listen.
That's not the sequel.
Alright.
That's like a spin-off.
Recycle is trash too.
We got Origins, which it should not be next year. I wish it was this year, but that would be nice. Here we got Sonic 3 back finally. Okay, we got Sonic Colors Ultimate at September. I like it. I'm excited. Okay, now we got Rangers. Now I know the
What?
trailer.
Alright,
not- whatever.
I got
Sonic
What is
2022.
Now
What is
let
Rangers?
me
Whatever,
talk
sorry,
to him,
sorry.
bro. Now,
Okay, there was
Yeah.
a.
now listen to me
Alright.
and listen to me good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm listening.
I like Sonic a lot. I grew up playing Sonic
love
on the
Sonic
Sega
too.
Genesis.
Yo,
I had the fucking Sonic 3 and Knuckles where you get the other
Yes.
cartridge and put it into the other cartridge.
I
you
like
know,
it.
You're not gonna like this. You're not gonna like this. So stop talking. You're not gonna
Okay.
like this.
No,
You're not
no,
gonna
no.
like this.
I got.
I just gotta preface that I grew up with Sonic and
I
I
don't
love
hate
Sonic.
him either.
Okay,
I agree with you.
I like it.
that was the worst shit I've ever seen in
Oh
my
my
fucking
god!
life.
Nah,
Are
there's
you
definitely
fucking
worse things.
crazy?
No,
There's
Are
definitely
you
worse
fucking
things.
crazy?
I'm gonna
There's
hard disagree on this. Only
There's
because
definitely
Wait,
worse
let me
things.
talk. Let me talk, bro.
no.
I like Sonic, and I look forward to. I didn't look forward to this announcement because for the last fucking 10 years, Sonic has been fucking dick sauce, garbage, trash,
Oh.
booty butt. All right.
Wait,
And-
so
and
so
I
you're
didn't-
telling me King Ice isn't the best thing ever?
Oh my god!
How many of us?
Fans
how
of
many
hip hop
actually got
culture
this one?
around the world.
Now listen.
I got a
King
shadow.
Ice thing is
Fidel,
the
you got one. McDareth,
I
you
got
got one.
one,
Viram,
yeah,
did you
no.
get one?
Absolutely not.
Are you
Come on,
crazy?
Viram. No, Viram
Absolutely
has
not.
it. Viram
So
has it. Viram has it. He
The
DM'd me.
thing
He said
is,
he has it.
I got 2
What is wrong?
What?
with you?
Yeah, see, he's worse than me. He has 2.
because
got the
I was
shadow
like,
one.
if I was only gonna get one, I get the Tails one, but the Sonic one looks good enough. I'm already buying one.
You're
I'll
a
buy one.
fucking freak. That's what you are.
Yeah.
You are an
Yeah.
absolute bona fide, genuine freak. Alright?
That's what it is.
I can't
That's
believe this
fine.
shit.
The best part of the
And-
Sonic thing was just Shofu coming to my stream and just fucking getting so mad at the Sonic thing.
Yo,
He
bro.
was so mad at the fucking King Ice. It's-
Bro,
Bro.
I love Sonic so much. I'm gonna get up from my chair and I'll go outside and scream to the world how much I love it. I'll be right
Please
back.
do it. I bet.
Got it. You
I
got it.
just
with the
I
video.
just had to
Okay.
let people know that I like Sonic so I could
course.
really explain
Fuck
how
like this,
fucking
bro.
garbage that shit was.
Okay.
What the
Right,
fuck
it
was
was- it
any
was
of that?
bad.
I
was
didn't. They were asking me if I was gonna stream it. Normally I stream events like that. I said, of course I'm not streaming it.
Right,
That shit's
right.
definitely gonna be trash. And
Yeah.
and I was right. I didn't want to be right, but I was right. Of course I was right.
You want to? The
What
craziest
the
thing
fuck are
about
they
that
doing
shit
over there?
is that Nintendo has announced more on Twitter than they did in that direct thing.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Nintendo's
in terms of, like,
announced-
announcements since then?
They I'm just saying, like Nintendo's announced, like they announced Origami King and other games on Twitter, no direct. But
Oh, right,
Sega
right.
felt the need
Yeah.
to have a direct for Sonic Colors and
I don't know why all these
him,
companies
Sonic running through the forest.
Bro,
they need like all these direct
I
style
just-
presentations.
Yeah.
Sonic is
Yeah.
such a clean character. Why are they so fucking stupid?
But dude, now here's
Why-
the thing. Here's the thing. To be
Why
fair,
are they
to
so
be fair,
unbelievably
Listen,
trash over there,
listen,
bro?
listen,
Why?
listen.
It doesn't have to be this way.
To be fair though, like, okay, the presentation wasn't great, but like, it's not like they showed like a game, like a new game or something that looked bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's
But
like,
they didn't. No.
That's what
No.
I'm
They
saying.
didn't show anything.
What
They
new
didn't
game
show
was shown
anything.
here?
Nothing is
They
worse.
didn't
Showing
show
at least
anything.
Showing a
at least
trailer.
they-
I know they
Fidel.
didn't show anything.
Fidel, at least if they showed up with something trash, at least they came to bat. They showed up with nothing.
Yeah, but see, but at least, like, okay, it's like Sonic Colors Ultimate. Again, it's not like the fucking craziest thing ever. But it's cool. That's a great game.
I
People like
guess.
that shit,
Trash.
Okay. Sonic Origins.
Trash.
I don't give a. I don't care about Sonic 1, 2. But at least they're finally
Trash.
solving the Sonic 3
I don't
issue.
need
like
that.
a
I don't need
Fourth
that.
time.
I don't
that
need
collection
Sonic
has
Origins.
been
I do
re-released.
not
I'm
need
gonna back you
Sonic
up on
Origins
something
in
real quick.
2021, sir. I
Like-
don't need that.
Yeah, don't even bring that up.
I don't think this announcement needed to be in the Sonic Central,
wasn't
but I'm
there
gonna back
like
you up
a-
on one thing. I liked the Symphony announcement. I actually
Yeah,
thought
the
that.
Symphony
Yeah,
was
that's
was a
cool.
Sonic
I'll watch
Symphony.
that.
Collabs are chill. Like-
Wasn't this Sonic? Okay, so isn't the whole thing with Sonic game collections like they always are trash because there's this one specific collection that's better than all the other ones, and
Well,
like
Mega
it never
Collection
gets.
on GameCube was pretty good, right?
Isn't
That's the
that
one
the
that had,
one?
like, 1
This
through
one they're
3
saying,
and then
like-
Blast and a bunch of stuff.
This
one
one they're
I
saying
have.
they're like putting a lot of like extra like feature work and shit. to it,
Bro,
so that
Okay,
it's-
maybe this would be the one.
Bro, who
but
saw
still.
that? Who saw that boring ass Sonic trailer clip at E3? What show was it a part of? I think it was like the Future Game Show or something.
the colors
the
show?
Summer
Yeah,
Game
they
Fest
showed
thing?
like a piece of Sonic gameplay, and I just don't know
Yeah,
why
yeah.
they inserted it there at that time. That shit was
This
ran-
future game
that
show
shit was
is, like,
random
nothing,
as fuck.
dude. It's some game.
The only thing that was weird to me about the Origin stuff is that like they already did the Sega Ages for Sonic 1 and
Yeah, I
Sonic 2.
agree,
I
yeah.
just would have assumed they would have done that for Sonic 3,
I would have assumed
considering how
this
many
year.
people like it.
I would have just thought like that would be an easy, even like available today. Like I don't know
Yeah.
why that has to be next year. No, like the
Because
thing
it's
about this,
Sega.
like, yeah, no, the thing about this is it's clear like obviously they're taking their time and that COVID fucked them up because like clearly they don't have anything ready for this anniversary except
right.
for the what's it called, the 2D like all the Colors Ultimate. Again, they're gonna have more. I'm sure there's gonna be like Adventure 1 and 2 just like on console. At some
Okay, but wait. Why are you sure of this?
Because they said they're gonna have multiple of these Sonic Centrals. They're
They
not
said,
just gonna show-
okay, but what if they just show a bunch of mobile games? Because they make a ton of those.
Yeah, but no. But to be fair, we know which mobile games they got. Like, we
But
know
my
they
point
got-
is, why are you so sure they're going to do this?
I'm
They haven't.
sure,
They
bro.
haven't done it. Like every
but
time we
they
talk about
haven't-
this, we get to the same point. They don't do this. They release Sonic 1 through 3 for like the 5th time.
Yeah,
like, that's
but
what they do.
It's true. Again, we have at least they have fucking.
They should re-release Sonic 4.
No, they should not do that.
Please,
No way.
They should give Sonic a gun this time.
Why don't
I
they
really
recognize
honestly thought
all
there
of
was gonna
Sonic's
be a-
history?
They
Why
should
don't
bring back
release
Sonic
It was
Battle
gonna be a
on
Mania
console.
announcement. I really thought
Fuck
like Mania
them.
2 was going to be happening, but I guess not.
Well,
That's
we have,
what I
we
wanted
have
more than
Sonic
anything else was
Fighters.
Mania 2.
It's gonna be. I'm excited
Like-
to see if when see it when we
They should
see.
just turn into a movie production house and only make movies.
I mean, but they're not even making that movie. That's Paramount.
Look, I'm
Hey,
saying
they're not
even the movie that they make will be better than any game they release. So
Sonic
what I'm
Battle
saying.
on console. All right, that's
My
all I
point-
need.
Yeah, I would
Nah,
want that. Yeah.
My point is that there's not like nothing here was like, oh, this is bad news for the future. You know what I mean? It was.
But
like-
it's okay. But look, I know you're the hype man. You're always excited about stuff. but there's no way.
Bro, aside from those stupid ass, ugly ass, bootleg ass, dumb ass chains that they fucking announced,
Okay,
what the
yeah.
fuck did I gain from watching that?
To me personally, and I'm only speaking for myself here, to me it was I went in with the expectations you had, Shofu. I went in watching it knowing it was going to be bad. I went in knowing it was going to be bad. I had a Sonic hat on, so I had a good time. But like because I got nothing, I wasn't upset. I was just like, all right, whatever, this was fun. Like it was a funny 10, 15 minutes. We're goofing around doing Sonic memes. I would argue, because you said earlier this was the worst thing to happen over the course of these 2 weeks, I would argue Ubisoft's conference outside of Mario and Rabbids was the single most boring.
But at least I got that.
No.
though. But at least I got that. As long as I get something I can walk
fair.
away with,
That's
Listen, bro,
I got
nah,
something. What the fuck did I get from the Sonic shit?
No,
Nothing.
because the Square, like, okay, the Square Enix show was like bad.
That shit was, oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. But see, that's the difference. That's the difference. Like,
But
the
at least they
Square
had
show, like,
gameplay
But they
of
showed
new
some
games.
shit. They
had
showed some
shitty
shit.
things. Yeah, but everything
Bro,
they
they
showed was
showed
ass.
Square Enix showed FF Origins.
You gotta
Yeah, it
understand,
looks
as
like
long
shit. You
as
got K. Everyone just make
But it's new. It's new. I can see it. I
Bro,
can actually
it's
see
something
it.
new
Shit.
that I can see it
Hey,
being
you got-
made.
hey,
Like,
you
tell
got-
me
you
it
got
looks
a new
like
Sonic
shit,
game
and then
announced.
get happy about a Wii U.
Wait, hold it down.
I'm so sick of E3 conferences that show me a trailer that doesn't tell me what this game is about. Like,
Bro.
show me something. I'm
Every
sick of
year,
it.
though, I mean, honestly,
There's
almost
too
all
many,
of these
bro.
conferences
It's
were
too
like
many.
CG trailers, and then someone talking about the CG trailer we just saw that was no gameplay. I mean, that was most of E3 this year, and
Yeah.
that's understandable considering we're
That's
coming
why
out
I
of the
didn't like
pandemic.
Microsoft
but-
that much because they didn't
Right,
show
thank
gameplay almost
Thank
ever.
you.
You're
Thank
telling
you.
me
I don't-
why
I
it's
don't-
all-
I don't understand.
And
I
Microsoft
don't
was
understand.
amazing. I'm like, what?
And the thing with
Microsoft
Bro,
was
did you guys see that
I'm
game
like-
with like they were like shooting vampires and shit? And they were,
That shit, I was
What
literally
the
just
fuck-
about to talk
what the
about that.
absolute
fucking
fuck
game.
is that
That
shit?
was horrible.
Yeah,
Like,
what's
that
going
was
What
on?
the
so
fuck
bad.
is that shit?
Bro, how is that your one more? Like, I would have rather you put that Halo part as the one more thing. Why are you?
Well,
Yeah.
everyone, because everyone knows Halo is coming.
Here's my
I was
thing.
shocked. I was shocked.
The
that
weird
Halo
shit was Halo
put in
just
the
dropped in
middle
the
with-
middle. Yeah.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
middle
Right.
of like 10 minutes, no fanfare.
Bro.
You end with that like CG trailer of some shooter game, 26, like whatever. There's so many different shooter games that are out there that all look exactly the same. And people came off of it and were like, this Microsoft conference was the best one in years. And I'm thinking back like 2 years ago, we had an amazing Microsoft conference
Yeah,
where they had
like-
Kingdom Hearts, they had Jump Force before we knew it was bad. They had Devil May Cry. They had like a lot of good stuff.
You know, the problem
And
is all those
Dragon
games
Ball
you just
Fighters, right?
mentioned, all those games you just mentioned aren't exclusive to them. That's the thing.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
still,
the
they're-
nice thing about this year
Microsoft
is they
conference
actually
was
came
good.
out with a ton of exclusives.
It
At
was
least
funny
that
if
are
you
for their
ask somebody
console.
who's like, I want a bunch of games I'm never gonna play, because that's to me like Game Pass is an awesome deal. I'm not saying this to like be down on Game Pass. I think it's really good, but I think there's a group of people who just like watched that and went, oh, I'm gonna get that free, I'm gonna get that free, I'm gonna get that free, I'm getting that on Game Pass, this is great, I'm gonna get this on Game Pass. And so they were getting excited because of the
Yeah,
fact
and
that it's
then
gonna
they
add to
don't
their
play
library as opposed to actually being excited about anything.
Yeah, for me, like Xbox,
Forza
like,
looks
for me,
good.
the Microsoft show is always like, okay, I'm just gonna see a bunch of third-party trailers for games that I'm not gonna get on Xbox anyways, and I'm like, oh, these games are coming free to Game Pass. That's cool. Like that, cool shit.
The strength
always
though
that
that they
bad.
had with the strength they had when they weren't announcing exclusives was that non-Microsoft fans were getting excited during Microsoft's thing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really even matter because Xbox is just, it exists to be like the multi-platform machine.
And that's not, again, that's, you brought up a great point, which is that's not to say you can't have an exciting conference because everybody's watching with the idea that, oh, I'm going to be able to play this anywhere.
Yeah, that's
So
where
when you
Dragon Ball
reveal
FighterZ
something
was
like,
revealed.
oh, yeah, you got Dragon Ball Fighters, you got like I said, Jump Force before we knew it was bad. That's where they showed off the Frozen World in Kingdom Hearts 3 for the first time. I mean, they've done good stuff at the Microsoft conference. It was just everything this year, and I don't know if this is just me, but it felt like so much of it was just generic shooter after generic shooter. It was either
No,
one
like,
of three
I-
things. They have the Triforce of three
I-
things: space, dinosaurs, and zombie games. Every
Okay,
single
bro.
game was space, dinosaurs, or zombie game.
Okay, but like, all right, but here, let's get back to what we were talking about. Okay.
Go ahead.
Would you rather have this is for Fidel? This is a general question. Try to take your bias out of Sonic. Would you rather have 15 to 20 minutes of nothing, or 15 to 20 minutes of mostly trash, but one thing is good? That is your opinion. I'm asking.
To be fair, that's kind of what Dragon Quest thing was the other day too, because Dragon Quest announced like a gotcha game and all this other stuff that didn't matter, and then we had like two good reveals with Dragon Quest 12 getting the logo reveal for that, and then which also again goes back to what we were talking about with those CG trailers. And the only real good announcement during that was the remake of Dragon Quest 3 that's happening, that's in the Octopath Traveler engine.
Like,
So I feel like all of them are like this.
But like, the point that I'm making is that, especially when you're doing a presentation, the last thing you want is nothing. You'd rather have it be awful or it be godlike. Having nothing is worse. Especially when it comes to promotion. Because if you show a bad game, right, people can be like, haha, that's a bad game. They might talk about it. But if you show 15 minutes and you show literally nothing, no one's gonna care unless we're doing a podcast, which is what we're doing.
Here's my thing. Like, there's my argument, right? Like, when it comes to like games with CG trailers, right, where it's just like the reveals a CG trailer, I don't mind it to me, if it's like an established IP,
Yes.
and that like you can like
Yeah, obviously.
dig into the trailer.
Yeah.
Bro,
Fine.
that's exactly
like-
what I was saying during E3 because what the fuck good does a game that I've never heard about showing me a
Exactly.
trailer with no gameplay do?
Right.
That's good. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
What the
that's
fuck?
why-
I'm not
that's
even gonna
like-
remember this shit in 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like no, it's like CG trailers for new IP is like I have no idea what this is. Thank you, but like if you give me a CG trailer, which again I'd rather not have a CG trailer. I'd rather have I'd rather it's like Mario plus Rabbids where we get CG trailer and then right after we get gameplay. But even if, even if
a lot
it's
of
just
Well, that should be the standard.
Yeah,
Like
of
you
course,
shouldn't be
yeah,
allowed
yeah.
to fucking put a trailer out unless it has
Yeah.
both.
But even if let's say the Mario plus Rabbids was just CG, right? Like I don't mind a CG trailer where you can like pick it apart, and be like, okay, from this CG trailer we can tell this character's gonna be playable. These are gonna be some of the enemy types you can expect, stuff like that. So like with the Sonic trailer, like there's like a lot of people, obviously like a lot of speculation's dumb, but like there's a lot of like the fucking when people are speculating out there is at least it's like at least gives you something to talk about. Whereas if it's like a CG trailer for something I don't know,
I feel like we've had this
That's-
Bro,
argument like
that trailer was
5 million
fucking
times
dog
because
shit, bro.
I'm
Wait,
gonna
go ahead,
say
Ghost.
this.
Uh-huh.
That
Yeah.
there's like so many circumstances and other variances to why these trailers happen. Like
yeah, for sure.
there's differences between teaser trailers and gameplay trailers. There's probably tons of developers that don't have actual good footage to show in the
Oh, yeah,
process
for
of
sure.
their game right now. Like there's millions
Yeah,
of
so,
reasons.
so you just
and-
don't show it.
Yeah, but
I
they don't
think
show
it's
it
that when you have a
inflamed like
conference
how
that
they
you're
are right
forced
now.
to then- No, I get where you're coming from.
It's
They'd be
better-
getting
when you
flamed
have
less
a
if it didn't
conference-
show that
it's
stupid
fine.
fucking
No, but
vampire
it's better
game.
than nothing. At least people are talking about it.
Yeah,
Exactly. They want to get their
I-
IP out
As
at the
consum-
moment
as
that they
consumers,
know.
we don't
Because
give a
everyone
fuck.
hates that vampire game because of what they showed.
But we know about it. We know it exists. We're talking about it right now.
Will we remember in 2 weeks?
We certainly
we
won't,
will.
but somebody will. And that's better
Yeah,
than
I don't
not,
know. I
that's
think
better
it's
than
just a
nothing,
dumb
probably.
fuck move.
I
No,
think
of course.
too is that on the other side of the spectrum of
I
all
see
of
the
that,
logic,
right?
though,
You've
is all
got
I'm
like
saying.
all these CG trailers, and you're taking up a lot of time. And Coast, I think you bring up a good point, right? Is that there's a lot of factors that play into it. On the opposite side of that spectrum, if you're not going to show a CG trailer and you're only going to show gameplay of things you absolutely feel certain to show gameplay of, you get something like what happened with Square, where they spend 40 minutes on Guardians, which
I
looks
cannot
like it's going to be a
believe they
pretty
did
good
that.
game, but that 40 minutes instantly turned everybody off who would have otherwise been interested.
That Square E3
Square
was
was
one of the worst paced presentations I have ever seen.
That shit was actually painful, bro.
In fact, I
don't-
think most of them were poorly paced. Like
Dude.
it was like a flip flop of them spending too much time on certain games versus spending not enough time on other games. Like in the Microsoft one, for instance, I feel like they spent way too much time on Forza.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, totally,
That's the thing,
totally.
is that, dude. I've said this before. Like, conferences and shows are not the place for a demo. Like,
Yeah.
people like even if you love the game, like that's stuff you do. Like, okay, after the show we're gonna have a little demo show, like the Treehouse. You know what I mean? Like that's where you do that. Kind
Nintendo's
of
the only one
They
that
did
does
it.
that.
Yeah.
Nintendo did it
Well,
right, or
exactly.
not Nintendo. Sorry, Microsoft did it right with Halo. They
Right,
showed a
exactly.
little bit of Halo, and then the next day they dropped a bunch
Yeah.
more stuff.
That's how you do
And
it,
I
man.
think
Like,
I think what was shocking about that is I watched that, like the in-depth look at the Infinite multiplayer. That would have been way more interesting to me than half the other
agree.
stuff they showed. I don't know why they didn't like
Because
put
they,
that
like-
towards the end of it. It just it made no sense
The
to
thing
me.
At
is,
least
like, it's
announce
E3
it
and
there.
everybody knows
Yeah, totally.
about Halo, so they wanted
Right,
something
but
that people
you-
don't know about.
I agree with you, but think about the situation that Halo was in during that Microsoft conference. They started with a CG trailer for Starfield, which they apparently have worked 25 years on. They have a solid date for Starfield for November of next year, only to then shove Halo, which comes out this holiday,
And they don't
in
even
the
have a
middle
date
of the
for that.
conference and not even have a date for it. Like that to me, I felt more confident about it as somebody who's a Halo fan after watching the multiplayer in-depth thing the next day. But when I was watching that conference, I was like, what the hell is going on with Halo? Like I'm genuinely worried for this game now.
yeah, dude. Even
That's
they didn't even show
not what I
campaign.
got.
Like they showed like a cutscene of him walking around like
That's
Cortana 2
literally
or whatever.
campaign. What?
No, what I'm saying is like there was no like everyone's well, when they first showed Halo, right? What was people's biggest complaint? That fucking story campaign demo that like everyone picked apart and
It was
destroyed.
ugly.
Yeah,
sure.
and this is E3. This was and like this game comes out this holiday. if this was a time to like show people why this didn't tell anyone the campaign's gonna be better. Aside that, like, okay, it looks like the cutscene looks good. Like that's what I mean. Nothing of that.
I have
trailer
no idea.
was
What are
like-
you trying to say? I have no idea what you're trying to say.
He's saying they
I kinda
didn't
figured.
show
show the single
gameplay
player.
of the campaign to make up for the fact of what they showed
Yeah,
last
but
year.
then they showed tons of multiplayer gameplay.
Yeah,
The
I know,
but
gameplay
the
of the
thing is
campaign
that-
is essentially the same as multiplayer, except
Exactly.
you're fighting AI.
They're selling the campaign separately, though.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
that makes you think the
Multiplayer is
campaign's
free in
gonna
the
be later.
campaign.
I think
I
making,
don't think
making
so.
the multiplayer free is like the
Yeah,
best
smart.
thing they could do.
the
Honestly, at this
smartest,
point. It's like,
yeah,
yeah, that's
'cause I'm gonna play it.
absolutely smart. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. But now they gotta sell people on like $60 campaign. Only.
Right. And
Or Game
like,
Pass.
I'm sure obviously people
yeah.
are going to buy it because it's Halo, right? Like if Nintendo came out with a multiplayer free Metroid game or something and then said we're going to sell this extra campaign, someone would buy that too. But so people are going to buy it based on the Halo name, but it was weird to me. The whole thing was just very bizarre to me that they didn't focus on it during the main presentation. And there's a lot of stuff that we know about from Microsoft that I was shocked we didn't even get like another teaser for. Things like Perfect Dark that was already announced. Cuphead.
They
which I'm
even
sure that
talked
DLC
about
is gonna
on
be
that
its own
stage. They
game now.
talked about Perfect Dark, which surprised
yeah,
me.
they showed it at the very, very ending. I'm like, what? Why? This is something you should talk about more.
Is that well? Phil Spencer also name dropped it when he's talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
comic IPs.
Yeah.
Again, it's just the thing where they don't have enough to show where it would give a good impression to the public.
Yeah. Then I'd say in that situation, then don't have an hour and a half long presentation. Cut it down to like 30 minutes, and then you're fine. Because then if you condense the 30 minutes of really good, exciting announcements, you're gonna get people talking. You're gonna avoid all of this, and no one's gonna be like, "Oh man, that was so weirdly paced. What were all those like other boring announcements?" I think even Nintendo has an issue with this with their direct. I mean,
It's
they definitely
clear.
did
It's
this year.
clear that the developers and publishers and whatnot have the games that they actually want to sell and push, and then games that they just announce. And
like they're contracted to, like they
not
have to show or
contracted, but those are the games that they want to sell. That they want to have big numbers.
I feel like
fucking Forza
most-
and Guardians of the Galaxy.
something. Sure.
But like most of the games Microsoft announced, if they don't announce it there, most people will never hear about them. Oh yeah, I still don't like the whole trailer thing we're going to the next one. I would rather have more time with different games. Like I didn't mind Guardians because it was refreshing to me after so many conferences of just here's a trailer. So I didn't mind
Sure.
actually seeing the game for a bit. It was a little long, yeah. But
I
I'd
still
rather
think the
that than-
Capcom presentation is hands down the worst.
Oh yeah, that was awful.
Sure.
Of all the things that have gameplay
It
of,
had
why
literally-
Phoenix Wright?
It had literally no reason to exist.
Yeah, the
Honestly-
Capcom one I think was an obligation because they're like a sponsor of E3, and so they wanted to show something. But I think the thing that was most painful to me, and I think they could have gotten away with a lot more, is if they just said what the Resident Evil Village DLC is. Because I think if you've played that game, how many of us have beaten it? By the way, I'm not going to get into spoilers.
I
but I'm
have now.
curious. Okay, that doesn't
Yes.
answer my question though. How many people have played it? Like a good majority of us.
I've seen the whole game. I'm not gonna play
Yes.
it. But
Okay, so there's a section near the end of the game where you play as a different character, and when you beat the game, in the concept art, they specifically say in the documentary of how they made the game, like, oh, this character has this whole squad, and all of them have backstories. Gee, it's a real shame we didn't get to have this in the main game. So I thought at the very least, because they had already teased that, we would have seen that that was the confirmation of what the DLC was going to be. So that was a huge surprise to me that we didn't even get that confirmation. It was just like, yep, DLC's in development for Village. More later.
Oh yeah. Oh no, the Capcom shot was offensive. That was 4 tweets in a show.
Yeah. Because it was the same. Oh, I don't know if it was the same. I shouldn't say it was the same, but it seemed like the same trailer for Monster Hunter Stories that they showed at the Nintendo Direct, at Summer Game Fest.
Yeah.
At like, it's like I understand Monster
We
Hunter
know
Stories.
what-
Is
well,
coming out,
actually,
we get it.
I think that's one of the first time we actually saw gameplay of Stories too. Am I wrong about that?
No,
Because
no,
I
so
don't
we've
remember
seen it.
gameplay till
In
recently.
the May showcase of the game, because they do their like now they have like their monthly like direct where they do like Monster Hunter Rise and stories. They
I
showed
might
it
have
last
disclosed
month.
that before Stories.
So they
2
have
started,
they showed it in May, they showed it in fucking what's it called? They showed it in June, they showed it at the Summer Games Fest, Nintendo's show, Capcom show. Like I get it, they're trying to sell. I understand. Like it's a different kind of Monster Hunter. They want to make sure people know about it and stuff.
Was anyone else just like annoyed by the host for Capcom 2? Like just overly
Yeah.
like
You talk about Seltzer?
Yeah.
yeah, I just couldn't
I've
like
never, bro. Okay, no cap. I've seen her in a bunch of other things. She's very good at her job.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck director told her to talk and look like that. But that guy needs to be fired,
man. It was robotic.
He needs to be fired immediately. She does not talk like that.
If we're being real, a lot of these people have no idea what the fuck the consumer wants.
Yeah,
that was like
hire
that
people
first
that
when
don't
he
know
did the
shit.
Square Enix one. It's like I'm sure she was just thrown in that situation. I thought she did fine for what it was. I think the worst part was just ending with that esports segment that we did.
That was so bad. Just don't even talk about Street Fighter.
At least Ace Attorney looked good. Like you could just end with Ace Attorney. That's fine. It's like all right.
At the very least, like, show who the last Street Fighter 5 character. Like it's like at least something.
That's right.
You know, like give art of the character. Like
no, this E3 was pretty.
It was pretty bad.
Thank God for
and
Nintendo.
I was watching. Well, we haven't even gotten through the other ones yet. I was gonna say I was watching you half the time, Shofu, because I was doing. I did Capcom and then I think Square and Microsoft, and I watched you for the PC gaming show, and I was just like, "How are you streaming this?
No. I don't know
how are you streaming this? You were doing so many of them that I'm like, I'm not even gonna touch streaming these."
Yeah,
PC game, bro. That shit was something else, bro.
Oh my god,
bro. They're trying way too hard, man. They're trying way too fucking hard.
I made the biggest mistake like last year. I watched the PC show and it was like 2.5 hours, and I like learned my lesson. I'm like, I'm never watching the PC show ever again. Ain't no way.
They're just
the one presentation though that I don't see people talking about that genuinely impressed me, that I had a fun time watching, is the Wholesome Direct. Did anybody else watch the Wholesome Direct?
No. Hell no.
That was actually
I watched it, but after a certain point, all of the games had the same effect as seeing 500 shooters back to back.
And that's fair, because they did. They had like 40 cooking games, a bunch of photography games.
Photo games.
But at the end of the day, there were actually some games that looked really cute in there. There was that Lego one. It's like some Lego puzzle game that's stop motion. That looks incredible. Yeah.
I don't know if this game was there, but the indie game I'm the most excited for is Skatebird.
Skatebird was there. They showed more Skatebird.
I remember seeing that game.
I'd like Cuphead before I die.
They showed Yokai Inn, which looked really cute. It was like a Harvest Moon, a Spirited Away type game that looked good.
There were so many Harvest Moon games, bro.
Oh
yeah, that's a new thing for
bro. I saw about 80 games in a space setting. I saw about 10 zombie games. I saw about
dinosaurs.
There's all kinds of what's going on, bro?
Whoa. Speaking of dinosaurs, wait a minute, because this is probably the only time we could bring it up. Of all of the properties to bring back, Avatar getting its own game.
That was crazy. I didn't expect that.
Avatar's been in development for like 3 years now or something.
A game or the movie, you mean?
The game.
Oh.
And they are working on another movie. No idea when that's happening.
That's what I was assuming. I thought that maybe that's going to be the game for next holiday to promote the film.
Tying it in,
that game has been announced for quite a while, and after it was announced, it kind of just disappeared, and everyone was like, "What happened to it?" And then it just faded out of existence of everyone's memory. But then they brought it back, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, right."
It's seeing a game like that, and because it's Ubisoft, there's another company that might be more excited, but all Ubisoft does is open world games. So now my brain sees that and it's like, it's just gonna be, it's gonna be Far Cry with aliens.
Yeah, with Ubisoft, you can count how many towers are in the trailers for each of their games.
It would have been better if they ended with Rabbids instead of Avatar.
I agree. Yeah, but I also feel like we are somewhat biased, right? I think we're more of a Nintendo show than anything else, so I feel like we were excited for Rabbids.
Did somebody say Rabbids?
Please speak up.
All right, so first of all, we all agree that Rabbid Rosalina is fire.
Well, we all need to agree on is if they ever add PvP to that game, you're getting clapped up. That's
okay, what we all need to agree on is that Shofu's never told a bigger lie on camera in his fucking life.
Bro, what kind of shit are
he is getting his boots dusted. I'm talking, boy, he about to be walking around with red bottoms. Anyway, that game, the non-combat in that game, like the non-combat sections, are actually what I'm really more interested in, because the combat's going to be basically the same, but it's the, like, are they going to implement more platforming? Are they going to implement more puzzle solving? That's kind of what I'm looking for, because now they have, like, a much bigger, like, canvas. But more importantly, I'm interested to see what they do in terms of support for the game, because they did not expect the first game to sell as well as it did.
Sure.
So I expect them to support the game with like more than one DLC.
Yeah, they already announced it. They already announced, like, they said, like, expect like updates to the games. So
right, no, right, because they had a major DLC with Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
And then they had a couple of other small things, but
like
I'm talking
hard
like.
Yeah, like
All I'm saying is that
areas.
game better have
No,
multiplayer.
yeah, for
No,
sure.
dude, like that's saying is that the Ubi.
But it
doing the
won't though. By the
Ubisoft
way, it
thing-
won't. It won't. By the way, it
No,
won't.
No, because Nintendo stuff. But like, yeah, if of all because Ubisoft games never end, they get like a million pieces of content. But of all games to have that, I'd love if it was this one, where it's just like here's like another Mario area like every month or two with new challenges and new stuff. That'd be dope.
Seriously, are we all in agreement that the giant like purple bad guy is Rosalina taken over by some evil
Absolutely.
thing? Okay,
It's
all right.
Oh, I thought it was
Rosalina,
Blooper.
baby.
Oh, is it? It's Rosalina?
It looks like Blooper.
Does not look
That
like
big
It
purple
looks
thing
like a
that
big
you
ass
like?
cock.
It looks like a giant.
Bro, it does not look like Blooper.
That is a
What?
phallic shape, bro.
Looks like a dick.
Hello.
You saying that looks like a big alien dick?
That's what it looks like, bro.
It looked
Okay.
like a purple Rosalina taken over by some alien thing, is what it looked like to me.
Yeah,
Because we didn't see
more-
Rosalina. We didn't see Rosalina playable, but we saw Rabid Rosalina, which says to me that like Rosalina is obviously going to be present in the story.
I mean,
Something's up with her.
Yeah, but there was Rabid, Wario, and Luigi, and they weren't in the game.
No, but Rabid, Wario, and Luigi were not playable characters. Like you see in the trailer, they showed Rabid
I see what
Luigi,
you're saying.
Rabid Mario, Mario Luigi Peach, Rabid Rosalina, and then like what was it? They didn't show Yoshi coming back, did they?
And then Rabbit
Thank
Bowser.
God.
So the
Green
Luma
movie
Man.
crafting about Mario and
Oh yeah,
Rabbids,
the
huh?
anime. No, we had the anime Rabid, the one with the green hair. That's right. I
Yeah,
forgot
I was
about
more
it.
wondering
Okay.
who the hell that was supposed to be.
And is it supposed to be like Bowser's? Because
I'm
like
thinking it's
Bowser's
Rabid
on
Bowser.
the cover.
Well,
Yeah, 'cause Bowser's-
the
You also
big,
didn't
that,
see Rabid
that big
Luigi.
angry rabbit is Bowser. Is that the green one?
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know. Like it's
Wait,
like
the
is
big
it?
angry one?
That was supposed
I
to be
thought,
Bowser.
I thought there was like
the
a.
anime
I
one?
thought the big angry. There was like a big angry.
That's just like a lion rabbit.
Oh, I thought that
No,
was
that's-
supposed
that
to
was
be
not
Bowser.
Bowser.
They are doing
Yoshi.
weird stuff with this now. They're like sometimes they're not even
Whatever.
putting
I
Mario
think that
characters
rabbit
anymore.
is just gonna be an OC. Like I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
think it's
I
gonna be
think so,
anyone.
too.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's Bowser because like on the art, like they're like close.
I don't
to
think
each
it's
other.
Bowser because it has green hair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
but-
because like again, in the first one, there's Mario, Yoshi, Peach, and Luigi, and then they're Rabbids.
Right,
But
they're counterparts.
you don't see Rabid Luigi. So he's
Yeah,
not.
you do in the gameplay. They show Rabid Luigi.
Oh, in the gameplay they did. Okay,
Yeah,
then
they did.
No
I
Rabid
forgot
Yoshi.
about that. What about
They
Yoshi?
don't show Rosalina and they don't show Yoshi.
I'm
The Yoshi
100% sure this is just gonna be some OC that they like make the it's gonna be like the secondary main character.
I'd be fine with
Regardless, I hope for Shofu's sake there's no multiplayer.
Why for my bro? Relax, bro. Like what? This is insane,
I mean, it is. Consider what you said first.
bro. I'll get on
Huh?
Guilty Gear and bust your ass too.
That's cop.
Like,
God,
give me a week,
oh,
bitch.
Japan
Well,
time.
is there anything from any of the conferences you want to touch on before we get into Nintendo,
Did
or can
anyone
we just
watch
jump into Nintendo?
the Devolver conference?
No.
Let me just
No.
reiterate. Let me just reiterate that the Sonic shit was fucking trash.
Hey, yo, whoa!
Oh my
hello?
god!
Wait, no, it's calm down,
Unbelievable
bro.
garbage.
We're going back to this.
Bro, that,
Like, Game and you
that
said it was
trailer at
alright,
the end,
bro.
what the fuck is wrong? Why was Sonic running like a newborn baby?
He's having trouble running, bro.
I had to look at the
Why was
trailer
he
a couple
running
times
like
to
he
make
just
sure it was
learned how to
modern
walk?
Sonic.
Mike, what were you gonna bring up?
Oh, no, I just thought the Devolver conference this year was really, really good. They had,
What
like,
did
a
they
lot
show?
of- they showed Wizard with a gun. They showed Death's Door again. That looks really good. Did you guys see Inscription?
Did
the
they show
horror
Did
card
they show
game?
Fall Guys?
No, they lost
They don't
that.
own that anymore.
I thought the games they showed were cool, but I wasn't a fan of this year's skit.
Oh, I liked the skit this year actually.
It was
I
like,
liked the.
I think it's more like, it's like getting, like, it's like they're definitely like over, they're definitely over, like, they gotta like try to top themselves every time.
Yeah.
I thought they actually like kind of
You
took
liked
the
it?
tone down a bit from last year.
Yeah, 'cause
Were they
last year
still
was, like,
slitting each other's throats and killing each other?
No,
'Cause,
there was like
okay.
no gore at all
No.
this time.
Here was
That's
like they were
like, yeah, I
making-
watched the last one, and not
The
this
last
E3,
one
but the one before, and I'm like, what the heck is this? I just turned it off.
Now here was like
I
they were
didn't
just
even
making
bother
fun of
this year.
subscriptions. They were just making fun of like subscription passes and just like making fun of like consumers and stuff like that. So it was a little more tame.
Cool.
Did we talk about Square?
We did a little bit. I mean, is there anything else you want to bring up?
Man,
Square?
fuck no.
I just would like to mention. Huh?
Go ahead.
I said I would like to mention that as the only person out of this entire group who actually played through all of Marvel's Avengers, every time I see Square release anything, I want to burn that building to the ground because Spider-Man is still not in the game, and they said he would be a PS5 exclusive available at launch.
Oh,
that's crazy.
I thought it was February. I thought it was February, right? It was supposed to be like February.
At launch of the PS5 version is what they said.
Oh, okay.
And the PS5 version's been out for a while, so Star-Lord can go kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
I don't go, fuck, where's Spider-Man at?
Where's he at? We looking
for
him.
Playing it though? Like, do you actually care about Spider-Man or no?
He's not over there. He's not over here.
Do you actually like care to play it as Spider-Man, or like, are you done with that game?
Okay, here's the thing, right? That game is good. Like, the gameplay. The gameplay's good.
He's lying.
Let me reiterate that. The gameplay's good.
The character portion looked fun.
However, the UI is awful and the game doesn't work. So, there's that. But the gameplay is fun. So, yes, I would play it again. I played Hawkeye. Hawkeye's my favorite character in that game, actually.
Bro, how's the gameplay good if the game don't work?
Well, I just mean
when
like
the game works, it's good, man.
Yeah, when it works, when you're not playing online, it's good. When you were falling through the world in PS4 version,
you're enjoying.
I can understand that statement because that's how I feel with New Genesis, the new PSO2, because the servers were super busted and I just stopped playing until they fixed it. It's fixed now. I still really like the game, but like when the servers wouldn't read hits, that was really annoying.
PS5 version fixed a lot of issues because it actually has the hardware to run that game. The PS4 did not, but regardless, fuck Square Enix.
I'm shocked. Also, we didn't talk about this before we get to Nintendo. We didn't talk about Elden Ring.
That trailer was really good. As someone who has...
It's because I've been muted. That game's trailer blew me the fuck away. That was like the biggest. That trailer for me was the craziest thing I think I've seen at the entirety of E3.
Yeah, that was, as someone who's not at all a fan of Souls games, like I haven't played any of them. That trailer was excellent.
That was all gameplay. They all said it was all gameplay.
Everything was in the game.
Yeah.
Is that game just? It's just Dark Souls. Like it's just Dark Souls.
It's open world Dark Souls with multiplayer.
And I guess.
Isn't it also written by the guy who did Game of Thrones or something like that?
Yes, he's involved. Yeah,
he's helping.
I just hope to God that it actually has good multiplayer.
I think they said
I think it will because it's gonna have. It's gonna. I think the online will be fine because it's open world and they're probably not gonna do that weird gate shit anymore.
I don't know. We'll see.
Here's my question about it. Does anyone play those games? Like the Elder Scrolls game? Does anyone actually play them?
You're talking about Elder Scrolls or
Dark Souls?
Like, does anyone play that series at all?
Yeah, I love
Dark Souls. Yeah, I play Dark Souls.
No, not Dark. Wait, isn't this like Isn't this like? I might be completely bugging. Isn't this like?
Yeah, this is Dark Souls.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about Elder Scrolls, yes, I love Elder Scrolls.
Yes, I'm asking. I know about Elder Scrolls. I'm talking about Elder Scrolls, not Dark Souls.
What?
Yes.
Bro,
where the fuck did that come from?
I think because it's called Elden Ring, you're thinking it's Elder Scrolls. It's not.
Then what is it?
It's
a new
FromSoft.
New
Dark
IP.
Souls.
FromSoft.
It's like medieval new IP made by Bandai Namco.
Yeah, the title was confusing. All right, I'm good.
Oh, that makes sense. No, if you didn't know,
for real?
I get it.
Why didn't they show any Elder Scrolls 6 at Bethesda's?
Because
they
that's
mention
Elder
it at one
Scrolls
point?
6. Okay, so they showed the
That
title.
game does
We talked about
exist?
it.
Because that's
Yes.
what I thought this was.
No, Elder Scrolls 6 isn't coming till after Starfield. So they
I
just
thought
showed.
Elder
They told
Scrolls
us it's
6
coming, and
was
that's it.
Elden Ring. So that's
Oh
where I'm bugging.
no. That make no, it's not.
Okay, all right, I'm good.
The only reason they showed us the title screen is that they didn't want to pull a Blizzard and announce a mobile game and then not announce the next game in the series.
No.
There was something else that was at the Summer Game Fest I wanted to bring up, and I can't remember. Oh. So that was weird. When he pulls Kojima up, I'm assuming he's going to announce a brand new game.
I don't know if I want to talk about this.
And 9/11 and all this other stuff.
Yeah, why the fuck did Kojima start talking about 9/11?
Multiple times, dude. I was like, huh? Why is
Like,
he
bro,
And then he
just
goes
shut
to
up.
showing Metal Gear Death Stranding, which is apparently like the director's cut, but it very clearly was supposed to be Metal Gear because he has the cardboard box. They
Yeah,
even
but what
it
was very
top
stupid.
down area. It was very odd. Yeah. I don't know what that was about. And
I was
since
not
then,
a fan
apparently,
in the slightest.
Kojima said there was something where the game he's working on is like a cloud game or something. Like he went further and reiterated something. Did you guys see what I'm talking about?
Like a cloud-based game or like
yeah,
online?
it's like a. Hold on, Kojima News. I'm typing this in right now because I want to make sure that I get this correct.
Well, the whole thing that's going on right now with Kojima is like the whole conspiracy theory.
I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm sick of this dude.
I'm with you, man.
Kojima?
I'm sick of this dude.
Kojima's my guy.
He got lucky with Metal Gear Solid, and now he just
No,
shut up. Just shut up.
I liked Death Stranding.
I think he's a visionary, but I feel like he just wants to make a movie. So why not just make a movie?
That's the thing. I think he's
Yeah.
he has a lot of good ideas, but just go make movies, bro.
That's kind of how I felt about Miyamoto nowadays, though, too. I feel like Miyamoto, when he worked on stuff like Nintendo World and all that other stuff, it's great. But then when he touches a game like Sticker Star or Star Fox, that ends up being abysmal. It's like, go work on those projects. I'm sure the Mario movie, I bet, is going to be great because Miyamoto's working on it.
Those Pikmin shorts were fantastic.
The Pikmin shorts were really good, exactly. All the stuff that's not a game that Miyamoto works on now, all that stuff is fantastic. So, I think people just change what they're interested in, yeah.
Well, I'm sick of
Miyamoto did
it.
save Splatoon at least.
Okay, go suck Hideo Kojima's dick. Leave me alone.
I like.
Moving on. All right.
Wait. I had a point. Wait. I partially agree with you. Not that part, Zeph, but I partially agree with you because like every single time I saw Death Stranding and every single trailer for it just got more and more confusing. What the hell this game is?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. I think everyone that says they like that game just say they like it because Kojima made it. It looks like the most miserable, disgusting experience. You're just carrying boxes around they just fall down all the fucking time. The game barely works. You're walking at 90-degree angles. Like, what the fuck?
I will say, as somebody who missed it the year it came out, but then downloaded it because it was like free with the PlayStation package or whatever if you have a PS5, and then has been playing it on PS5, I've really genuinely been enjoying it, but it's because it's so different. It's like the thing with the shoulder buttons where you're controlling your movements and like having to figure out how much you can keep in your inventory. The story I found very interesting, but if you're not a fan of like Kojima type stories or you don't like things like Twin Peaks, I feel like you're not gonna like Death Stranding.
Bro, I don't like taking a step and then stepping on a pine cone and losing all my progress.
I remember I played.
I feel like the issue isn't the story. You get a Kojima game, the story is going to be a Kojima story, right? The problem is the gameplay loop is you are just a courier delivering boxes,
bro. And then people are like, people tell me, bro, that's the point. It's supposed to, like, I don't give a fuck. Just make it fun. It's a game.
That's fair. Totally fair. I'm not gonna sit over here defending it. I'm having fun with it, but I'm certainly not gonna defend it.
Yeah. Again,
you don't find it fun, like I get it.
His ideas, I think, especially nowadays, they're not ones that I would translate onto a video game.
I feel like I just want to wait like.
He would make great movies. I don't know why he doesn't make movies.
He will eventually, I'm sure. Like I said, I think he wants to be like a David Lynch. He likes doing these weird, esoteric, strange type of things, and I think he will eventually make a movie. So that's why I brought up Twin Peaks. As someone say, don't even put Twin Peaks and Death Stranding in the same. I wasn't comparing them directly.
Yeah, I feel like that would piss people off if you said that.
No. I meant the auteurs, but I love Twin Peaks too. So I'm not. This is not coming from a place of hate. I promise.
Real fast before we move on, because the game told you what it is.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to start talking about Hideo Kojima.
Sorry.
I didn't want that to happen.
I just one thing, because the game did not tell you what it is. Bro. Every single trailer about that game said nothing about what the gameplay is until like the very last trailer. It was so stupid.
Let him know.
It's true. All right, we're going on to Nintendo now. Can we move on to Nintendo? I feel like we've exhausted the rest of E3 now. There's a lot to talk about with Nintendo. Do you want to go in order? How are we doing this? Let's go in order, I guess. So Nintendo opens up. I turn on my computer, go live, and my internet dies.
God, I felt so bad.
I was crying, man. I could not believe that. Man. Reagan stole my phone away from me. We went to go get breakfast. I came back. Everything was good. Nintendo Direct starts, and we see the trailer for the next Smash Bros. Character, who is Kazuya from Tekken. Bandai Namco is finally getting a second rep, and he looks fun. He's a great choice, I think.
Yeah.
It looks like it's gonna be crazy.
He has a lot of shit going, man. I'm telling you, bro. Smash just be pissing me off because even though that character was cool as shit, there's gonna be all types of bullshit with this character. He's probably automatically gonna turn around like the other fucking fighting game characters, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. They show him backdashing. 100%.
Oh my god, I hate it
He has
already.
built-in wave dashing.
Any character that turns around automatically, I hate.
Do you think you guys
fighting.
can Korean that backdash and smash? Is that
I think it
no.
might be possible. Honestly, I think it
hell
might
no.
be possible.
any
No, I think
side bets on
I think
if he has-
Korean
if he has-
Sakurai.
If
Sakurai
he has
is
crouch
such a
dashing,
stickler to
I think
detail.
he'll do it.
Yeah, Sakurai is
Well,
such a
yeah.
stickler to detail. I think he'll maintain something as big within Tekken as Korean backdashing.
Oh god.
Have you guys seen? Hold on. I'll
So
get it
I'll
in
just
a
say
minute.
I'll just say this now. I'm not that excited about his inclusion.
Yo, hot off the presses.
I don't
What
think a
just
lot
happened?
of people like he's a
Like he,
minimal-
like it's cool that he's in. It's just
Oh.
not for me.
Yeah, I like that Tekken's getting representation, and I'm excited for the music. But this was not what I was like screaming out of
I'm
my
so
chair for.
excited
I was
the music. That's what I'm excited
yeah,
for.
the music's gonna be good. Yeah.
Yeah, me it was
Um,
more
I'm
like,
excited
oh
for
shit, like,
that.
oh fuck, they get because I really like Tekken, and I know Kazuya, and like it's for me it was just like, oh shit, they got this, and the way like they got that get because like right away I could
Yeah,
tell like how they
same.
got
I
the
knew
spark.
exactly.
and-
You
and
see the
it
thing
was
over the cliff.
really
You see
cool.
the little the eye lens thing, and you go, okay, it's Tekken.
Here, have you guys
obviously.
seen
It's-
this?
The art style is clearly Tekken.
Have
Oh,
you
what is
seen this
this?
attention to detail?
That's
It's
awesome.
a
Yeah,
split
yeah,
twist.
yeah, I saw
Kazuya
that.
Smash hasn't released as of today, but he's already very accurate, down to the Tekken animation quirks, such as Kazuya's spinning demon breaking
That's
his back
fucking
momentarily.
weird.
Wow, weird.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Horrifying.
just
I don't like that at
it's
all.
it's an old Tekken 1 thing. Because like the thing about the Tekken combo and stuff that's been in the game is the very first Tekken. Tekken just like keeps all their old moves and just adds new one. Like King has like 100 something moves in Tekken 7. Pretty ridiculous.
But then I am curious, with the Tekken trailer, how would you guys like rate it compared to the other trailers? Because I thought it was super
was
funny where he's tossing
Yeah,
it was
everybody
clean.
off the
It was nice.
Midnight
I thought
It was really
Run.
good. I feel like comparative to some of the other stronger ones, the suspense was a little bit too short. It was
Yeah.
cool because like, unless you were a real like Tekken fan, you didn't immediately
Right.
know who it was. And of course, you know,
I said
starting
Jin.
a Nintendo
I straight up
Direct.
said a thing. I was like, is this Jin?
I saw the volcano and I thought it was Heihachi.
Yeah,
Oh, a lot of
like
people
a lot
thought
of
that
people
too.
thought it was
Yeah.
Heihachi or Jin.
I didn't
Like,
I didn't know what
even
the
just
fuck
from
it
a
was
very-
because it was I don't play Tekken. I just saw Ganondorf.
Yeah, exactly. I know a
totally
lot of
the
people just
cliff
thought
hand.
Zelda.
Yeah, it's. I think I think in terms of a trailer, it's like it was great. I think like it's carried by like the comedy aspect of like him just tossing Captain Falcon, Pit, and Min Min, where like he like the arm like
Yeah, the
latches
arm
onto
sits
him
there
and
and
he
he's
like
like
extra
kicking.
kicks it, yeah. And like the Kirby, because we all knew Kirby was just gonna like float back up, like
course,
just
of course.
cute having that in there. I just thought I like when they take like because again like we joke around a lot about it, but like they really like, there is like a consistent theme in Ultimate's trailer of killing characters like quite
Oh, yeah.
literally
For sure.
murdering
Because they know they
Why-
can't do it any
like-
other time. That's why.
I mean,
It's so funny. I
why,
don't know
why was Ganon's model? His model felt higher quality than everyone else's. I don't know what that shit was weird.
Well, I think
I
that-
think
that's
because it was so
probably due to the
zoomed
fact
in,
that it's-
maybe.
Oh, I was
Maybe,
gonna say
yeah.
just the art style of Tekken already looks very realistic, so it's the kind of thing where it stands out when you see him with the rest of the cast.
Well, I thought the thing was cool. Like we all mentioned the Tekken Sparks, and I really hope they actually give him the Tekken announcer announcing his victories. That'd be really sick.
Yeah, that would
Oh,
be
yeah,
super
because
cool.
they have
already.
them at the end of the
Because yeah, we
trailer.
heard that in the trailer. So
Yeah, and most things in trails like Sephiroth in the fire, we saw
Yep.
that, and they actually kept that. So
Yeah,
I think it
so
probably
I think
will.
that is pretty much confirmed at this point.
But I was
got
gonna
a
say
big
it was like,
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is he gonna be a meter character?
no, there's no
No.
meter in
So-
Tekken. Only
so-
meter in Tekken is Akuma and Geese because they're guest characters and Eliza. But yeah,
there's a few things that I noticed. One, there's a point obviously where he starts glowing red. That's probably to reflect the rage from Tekken, which
Sure.
occurs when you're at like in Smash. It would be the equivalent of. It's probably when he reaches 100%, he gets his rage art that he can use once. It's not gonna. It's probably not gonna be like Terry Go, where he just has constant access to.
No,
the
'cause
art.
See,
So
they
is that
show him
gonna be
doing-
like the Devil Kazuya thing that we saw.
yes, that was his.
Okay.
That's literally his rage drive from Tekken 7. They
Oh,
show him
okay.
doing
Yeah,
that,
you
and
go.
then he immediately loses it, like in Tekken 7.
Cool. That's cool.
You better have to manually input all of your electrics.
Yeah, alright.
Probably.
So they never showed Electric Wind God Fist. They showed a different move. Which
they
is
did
a
show
lot-
the
don't
regular
even-
Wind God Fist.
Yeah, they
I
showed
don't
regular.
even
They
play
never
this
showed
character-
Electric.
I don't even play Tekken, and I'm really excited for this character.
I think the fun
I think-
thing about this character too, not to cut you off, Viram, but I think because Bandai Namco is working on Smash and has been working on it, and they have all of the tools for Tekken, they're probably going to go all out with this.
That's what I was saying. When I looked at this character and like all like the Tekken sparks and everything, it's like literally they can just go to down the hall and just ask the people who are working on it and get feedback on everything. So like of all the characters they've added from fighting games, he can be the most like his game. Like when you look, I had someone who plays this character in Tekken is really good at him. So like when I went through the second trailer where Sakurai went over the moves, he told me what every single input of the moves are, and like I honestly think he's gonna be an 8-directional character, either that or 2 buttons, because he has way too many moves to fit into a normal Smash kit. Like they showed.
I was thinking 2 buttons as well. I was thinking like A button is punch and B button is kick, kind of like how Min Min is right arm, left arm.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh sure. Okay.
Hard read for some reason. He's gonna have the shortest jump in the game.
Hell no.
Oh, absolutely.
Steve's jump is really small.
Is that because characters in Tekken don't jump very high or something?
Yeah, they're really short.
You're mostly on the ground unless you're doing like a hop kick attack or something, which is up air.
Which is a hard read, so.
Well, we saw him do a
Yeah.
hop kick forward.
We're gonna look like Ben Simmons.
Yeah, well, no, it was like his up air. He jumped and does like the kick upwards, but like the hop kick he does forward was like what dash attack would be. That was like a run. You do that from a sprint in Tekken. Then he has another one where he does basically that same animation but backwards, and that's like up back and a kick button. So it's like he's so much. But also because he has his devil form, his jump could be better because they could just make it. So like you see him like his up B, he transforms and uses the devil form to go up. Then he double jumps and transforms again. So they might give him a higher jump because of the devil wings.
That's fine.
I never even came close to expecting this character in the game after seeing the last 3 or 4 characters. I never would have guessed Kazuya.
I don't think anybody did, but this did seem to be one that universally, even if people were like, I'm not really excited for it, almost everybody around the board was like, oh yeah, that's a good pick. Like putting Tekken in Smash is actually a really good choice. You've already got King of Fighters, you've got Street Fighter as well. It makes sense considering Bandai Namco needed another character. They're the only currently represented third party that has 1 representative. Sega's got 3 with Joker and Bayonetta and Sonic. Capcom's got, Mega Man and the Street Fighter characters. You've got Square with Hero and Cloud and Sephiroth. Even Microsoft with Banjo and Steve. So this was bound to happen at some point.
All I know is that if this is the second last character, that last character gotta be crazy.
I'm sure it will be. Yeah, I'm sure it will be. I had a feeling
they will. Like it's like we were like.
Bro,
before.
I can't wait for Pauline to get into the game.
Like if they would show 1 or 2 characters, I really thought it would be one of them. I'm glad it is because like we get a bit more of like a hype cycle before it's over.
Yeah.
Pauline gonna go crazy.
The nice thing is that we're going to find out more about Kazuya on the 28th of June at 7 a.m. Pacific time. I'm sure many of us will be live streaming reactions. Look forward to that. Any predictions for Mii Fighter outfits? Because I feel like we're probably going to get a lot of Namco stuff this time around.
Klonoa.
King.
Yeah, I think
maybe Klonoa's a good choice. I didn't even think about Klonoa. That's a good choice.
Good one for sure.
King.
King Mask.
Ace Combat full shooter gear.
A gunner, but it's just an Ace Combat jet would be.
Well, Lloyd's definitely coming back.
Yeah. Lloyd, I think this is the Lloyd Mii Fighter deconfirmation time. Yeah. I think
did they put in the Hahachi one again yet? Is that it?
Yeah, that was in the wall.
It's already in there.
Okay.
I think we're gonna get Solaire from Dark Souls. I think that's gonna be another one too.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Undead.
Mokujin from Tekken's probably gonna be another one.
I can see a Soul Calibur costume getting.
Oh, Nightmare.
Nightmare Siegfried would be really cool.
I could see them doing Yoshimitsu for the Sword Fighter. The question I have too, we were talking about music very briefly. Do you guys think maybe there's a chance that we might get Pokken music, like Magikarp?
Don't do this,
Magikarp Festival or something like that.
Let's not do that. No, the thing is, there is a very good chance, but I feel like at this point, if you're putting in Tekken has so much good music. Just put in Tekken music. This is a big Pokken fan.
But
I feel like they should just.
Why are we lying?
Here's the thing. No. Here's the thing, McDarth. They put in so much music from Fatal Fury and King of Fighters, but then alongside that, there was like Metal Slug music.
Yeah, exactly.
All of other SNK franchises. So
I really hope they do, but I just don't want to get my hopes up for something.
Nowadays, that's the only way most people are going to hear that music.
Like I said, why are we lying though?
As long as it's not Ferrum Stadium, because I can't stand that song at this point.
Aram Stadium. I don't even know what that song goes like. I gotta listen to
Okay,
it.
quick backstory. So, because the original Pokemon launched where every stage is slightly different, and it wasn't until DX they made them like Omega forms where they're all the same. Only Farum Stadium was used in tournaments. So, any tournament you watch of original release of Pokemon on Wii U is only that song.
You said, wait, you said anytime somebody does what?
All right, moving on. There's a bunch of I know where you're going. Moving on.
Nah.
All right, so we got after the Kazuya reveal, we got a bunch of like random stuff: Life is Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy, Worms, 2 Point Campus, and then
You're a dick.
we get into the first the first big third-party announcement being Super Monkey Ball Banana
Hell
Mania.
yeah, dude.
The remastered of Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2.
Oh, give it to me now, bro. Games the Sega thing where they just do manias and they're lit. Keep it going, man. That shit look. The remaster looks beautiful. They got skins. You can play as Sonic and Tails.
Nah, that's how you
can
do
play
it.
as the console.
That's cool. I like it.
Yes, sir.
So we got that announced, and then immediately following, we got the party game announcement that everybody was talking about. I think we even predicted this at Japan time. I think everybody did. Super Mario Party 2, Mario Party Superstars for the Nintendo Switch, coming out this holiday season. It has 5 different boards based on the classic N64 boards. I'm hoping and praying we get the pirate one. I really want the pirate one, but I'm not holding my breath. Looks fun. I mean, it's fully online, so I'm looking forward to it. I think that'll be good. Online
I'm just glad that they actually, because it's it's Nintendo. Sure, they learned stuff. They also know they could have just dropped this game with no online. People still buy it. But I'm glad they actually learned and are trying.
And they even fixed the thing from Super Mario Party where you can actually save mid-game.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Nice. I like that. The cake level looks incredible. I didn't remember that from the old games, but like the Peaches cake one looks really good.
They went to they went for more of like a realistic style compared to Super.
Yeah,
it looks, the lighting engine just looks different. Like it just looks, everything just looks like shinier and stuff. I don't know. It looks really gorgeous.
If this game don't have cut the rope, this game trash.
Oh, please do.
Have we
Was
seen
that the one when they're on the cliff?
Yeah, didn't they show that?
Yes, bro. That's the best
I think
game.
they did show that.
I can get
That's
the
the
wiki.
best
Yeah,
one.
they had the little teaser of like all the other mini games that were in it, and they showed ones from classic games. I think that was there. But anyway, Mario Party Superstars comes out October 29th. And also coming out in October, the huge announcement, probably arguably the biggest thing in the Nintendo Direct, Metroid Dread. New 2D Metroid coming this holiday season. Mercury Steam. Let's talk about it. I mean, that was exciting. I know there were rumors of a 2D Metroid, but I mean, I was losing my mind when I saw it was a sequel to Fusion. Finding out that it's actually Metroid 5 and that they're not remaking it, it's a direct sequel, like that to me was unbelievably hype. That's where I lost my voice for the first time. That's why I broke my little brand ambassador hype box.
19 years.
I was losing it. 19 years.
Yeah, when you said that, I was
crazy.
like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's been 19. Fuck, dude. And this, what a timeline where like, we're seeing hype for 2D Metroid. Like, whether it's like, it's top of the pre-order charts or like the game just looking amazing. The quick release date too, like it comes out in October. And the concept of like this fucking just creepy like robot following you around the whole time. It's like everything about it looks like, even like how they're treating it like a big deal with all like the interviews they're doing with it and stuff. It's like, it's so, everything about like the rollout for it is awesome. I like cannot wait.
Especially due to the fact that like Metroid Dread was teased back in the Metroid Prime games that was going to be something that was developed, and the producer even talked about it in the little portion after the Direct, mentioning like the development of Metroid Dread and how they were just so pleased with Mercury Steam that their idea for Dread was like beyond their expectations. We're like, yeah, we're just going to give them the mainline Metroid games. Yeah, great stuff. The special edition looks really good. The amiibos look beautiful. I need both those amiibos. I'm not even an amiibo collector anymore, but I really want those both. Did anybody watch the Treehouse Live segment?
Oh,
I watched
boy.
a little bit of it.
Bits and bits.
Let me tell you, that shit was boring as fuck.
Kind of why I stopped watching.
Okay, what was the first game they showed? It was
They showed
Metroid. The most, bro, void of emotion presentation I've ever seen.
I appreciated. You guys were very nice to me in the Japan time thing. You were like, man, they got to get you up there hosting it. I'm like, please, Nintendo. I would be
Whole
happy.
chat was saying Roger would have this shit jumping.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Was
Chat.
saying Roger would
Appreciate
be
it.
getting this shit popping.
I'll
right
make
now.
some calls. I'll make some calls with the brand ambassador program. We'll see if we make that happen. Because I would absolutely have been screaming, losing my mind over that, and making it look really fun. So start that campaign. Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, but it really did look great to me. I'm super excited about Metroid Dread.
Yeah. No, the game looks.
Yeah, a little bummed that we didn't get any information on Prime 4, but I think to be expected. That we weren't going to see anything about that, especially due to COVID. We got a bunch of random announcements, things that, don't really matter. We saw a little bit more of Mario Golf. That's going to be great. That comes out next week.
Yes, sir.
This week.
We saw the new Mario Party as well.
Oh, this week.
Yeah,
Comes
comes
on
on Friday.
Friday.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah. Another trailer for Monster Hunter Stories. And then the next big announcement, this made a lot of people very happy. WarioWare coming back. WarioWare Get Together to the Switch.
Yeah, buddy.
Thoughts on shofu?
Bro, been waiting for a new Wario game of any kind for a long time.
Hell yeah.
Tito, we're
I'm
talking.
actually a huge WarioWare person. Does this look good to people who like WarioWare games?
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks good to me.
It's literally like there's no stupid like fake. It's not like the Wii U one where it's like they just fuck it up. It's just pure WarioWare. It's like the short little mini games.
Wait,
There's
there was one on
different
Wii U?
Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
whole
Game of Wario. It launched with
game.
it, didn't it?
It was kind of like Nintendo Landy, where it was like 6 somewhat bigger mini games.
And like,
Okay, but
they've
it's
got-
2-player, and I don't know how I feel about it.
No,
Yeah,
it's
gamer.
optional.
That was
It's
good.
optional. You don't have to play it 2-player.
Well,
You can just
And
play it
they've
by
got,
yourself
like-
if you want.
They've got this like cool mechanic I like where it's like, because normally you just play like a warrior or whatever the thing is, but like each individual character that you can play as like has a specific move, so the way you beat the like little mini game is different with each character.
Yeah,
So it's weird that they act like a cursor. I didn't expect that from another
Yeah.
WarioWare game. I just
Yeah,
remember the
yeah.
ones that were on Game Boy Advance where something would pop up like a prompt to press the A
Yeah.
button or B or whatever, and then you
Well,
would do
yeah, they
that.
probably just added the cursor because of the multiplayer stuff and
Sure.
because they added that character specific.
Sure.
element.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the 9-volt games look great. There's one where it's like OG Luigi's Mansion. There's one where there's like I think it's Animal Crossing on like the Wii. There's one where they showed a picture of it, but we haven't seen it in motion. Where
Wait.
you do-
Animal Crossing on the Wii. Wait, what are you talking about?
So like they
When did
showed a
show that in the
segment
trailer.
The-
Was
the
that
Nine
Treehouse?
Volt
in the
video games.
treehouse. In the treehouse.
Oh,
So they showed
okay.
3 9-volt games. So they showed those 2, and then the last one was Ice Climbers. Like you do a little Ice Climbers challenge where you're climbing up, and then we didn't see gameplay of it, but they show a picture where they show tea time with what's his name, with Claude. So I don't know what the
Fire
mini is. Yeah, from Fire Emblem. There's like a tea time with Claude thing. So we don't know what it's gonna be, but like that's like a one.
That's really great.
Yeah, those are gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at this now. There are like little Animal
Yeah.
Crossing games and Ice Climber. Oh yeah, weird.
I can't wait for those. Yeah, those are great.
It's gonna be pretty different. In a good way.
That's good though. I
Yeah,
was gonna
great
say in a
happening.
good way. I think
It
people are
just
probably
means
excited about
that
that.
like there's probably not gonna be any minigames where it's like press a single button like as soon as the
Yeah,
minigame
no.
pops up.
True.
It's gonna have to be all tied to the player characters.
So following WarioWare, we then got another pretty long trailer for Shin Megami Tensei 5 coming out.
Yo,
It's fair.
Yes. that
I'll be
game was
real.
sick.
That trailer
Looks pretty good.
made me super interested in getting in that game.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look
that's
good.
good.
Look
Real
good.
solid.
Because it's
Yeah,
almost
I
as if
just-
you show a fucking game and it looks good, people might play that shit, bro. It's crazy, right?
I'm glad that
fucking
the
crazy.
character design changed to
Oh, yeah.
It's
whatever.
really good.
It looks much better now than it did in that initial reveal. I mean, you gotta remember, this game was revealed during the launch Nintendo Switch presentation where they showed Mario Odyssey for the first time. This was one of those announcements.
And even like the trailer, I think it was max like 2 minutes. It's like even for a game that like they could have like gone for so long on, and be like, yeah, this is one of our November releases. It was like, hey, quick, we're out. We'll see you at Treehouse.
Yeah, it was a 3-minute segment in total. And it looked good. The little bit they showed comes
They
out
showed
this
it at
holiday.
Treehouse, right?
Yeah, they did. They showed it at Treehouse. And it launches November 12th. So another good thing to round out their holiday. A lot of it seems like this year there's a lot of dark games coming this year. You got like Shin Megami Tensei, Metroid.
I was saying, if you look
my
at
bad.
it, if you look at the release calendar, there's so many games like that are coming week after week in the October and November month. It's just you're gonna be loaded with
I
Nintendo
think
games.
Metroid is gonna do super well because, like they did with Luigi's Mansion, which they placed it around Halloween. I think Metroid will be marketed as a horror game around Halloween, and that will help it.
I agree.
They did that with Luigi's Mansion, and it sold crazy.
Yeah. Following the Shin Megami Tensei portion, we got the Danganronpa Decadence, where it's all of the Danganronpa games in a party game. Bro. Yeah, I was excited. I've never played it, so I want to try it now. Fatal Frame, which a lot of people thought was new, that is definitely a Wii U port.
Yeah, it's a Wii U.
That is the Wii U game. Let's see, DLC for Doom Eternal, Tony Hawk coming to Switch. That's a cool one. A little bit of a trailer for Mario Rabbids, and then I gotta take this, you guys.
Sir.
Moment where I popped off more than Metroid. The second I heard the little Advance Wars is coming back.
Talk to him, Rogers, base.
Advance Wars 1 and 2, not just the remake of the original.
Talk
but
to him, Rogers, base.
One of my favorite games of all time, Advance Wars 2, Black Hole Rising, coming to the Nintendo Switch, coming this holiday season, December. Advance Wars is finally getting let them know. I like the cool way forward anime-looking characters. Nell is there looking bad. Sammy's there looking bad. They showed us Brett. They showed us Olaf. They showed us all the other characters. You're gonna have. Oh my god, dude! This game is going to be great.
Matt was watching my my stream. I guess he wasn't watching the actual stream. And he was like, I was surprised. He was like listing off all these games. He was like, "What? You don't want to know which game you popped off the most for?" Advance Wars. I said, "Huh? Really?" Bro. Advance Wars is so, bro. I can't believe it, bro.
Okay. So what I wanted to say when they initially revealed that shit, I was actually super disappointed because if they just were doing Advance Wars 1, that would have been a piece of shit because that game not that good. That game not that good. But as soon as I saw Advance Wars 2, I lost my fucking mind. I hope to God that they, with a different art style, they redo Days of Ruin.
Oh my! If they remake Days of Ruin, I die live on stream.
In a different art style, not this kid shit. But it has to be like gritty and edgy as fuck.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like,
I think if they were gonna do that, they should get Intelligent Systems and the Fire Emblem team to do it because they literally use the same artist that does Fire Emblem to do the stuff in Days of Ruin. So there's no reason to not go that route if they're gonna do it.
We can skip Dual Strike or whatever it was called. We could skip that one.
That one was fine. Okay. It was fine. 2 is, in my opinion, the best. And then I also love Days of Ruin. Days of Ruin and 2 are like neck and neck for me. I don't know, and I do want to pick your brain about this. I liked the art style where they look like toys, but I saw something saying they hate it.
It's all right. The thing is, like,
the way that I see it is that so I think people wanted it to be like actual war, but I think that the vision for Advanced Wars has always been you're watching, like, you know, the table where they have like the map and they're planning shit out in war.
Yeah, like tactical stuff. Yeah.
I feel like you're watching that happen. You're not actually watching the war, which is why they're like these little figurines.
Totally.
So they translated that to 3D.
It was definitely like a little off-putting because even so, like what happens with me is like
I think people are just tired of the toy shit. I think people are just sick of it.
And that's like it put me off guard because they're like I saw it like even like I didn't even process it was Advance Wars until like it does like the battle slide in, and I'm like, wait. This is Advance Wars.
The second I heard the I off, bro. I knew it. And then the first thing they say is like Orange Stars making a return or something. I was like, no way. Oh man.
I'm just happy.
I'm so happy.
I'm happy that we're back in an era where both Fire Emblem and Advance Wars coexist again.
Yeah. And hopefully, this does really well. This is their big December game. If this does well, this bodes well for the future of this franchise. If you want more Advance Wars games, please buy this game, support it, let them know you're excited. This is a series I do not want to go away for another 15 years. Like Advance Wars is, I think personally, one of the sleeper best franchises that Nintendo has. Truly, the tactics are so fun. The writing is always really good. The characters are interesting. Yeah. If this means like for whatever the next Smash game is in like 10 years, if Advance Wars gets a revival, they throw like Andy or Sammy in there. I see Warchamp saying R.I.P. Sammy Project M. Bro, put Sammy in Smash at this point. Like, please, I'm telling you, I would love to see it happen. I swear by Advance Wars, I was thrilled. Can't wait.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I need everyone in chat to buy this game so that it'll show Nintendo that there's still an undying love from the fan base for their Game Boy games, which they will then see.
Stop it,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, hey, maybe we should port Golden Sun 1 and
What
2
kind
to
of-
Nintendo
what kind of
Switch.
You
stretch?
sound fucking crazy.
Actually,
You know
I don't
that?
think that's a stretch, Coast, because this, I'd say
Listen,
that.
You don't think it's a
listen,
stretch?
listen, no, listen.
No,
Bro, he looked like
Shut up, everyone shut up, listen.
he looked like
I'm
Min Min on this
on
poster
listen,
right now.
listen,
Oh, that's
listen.
him.
Bro, you said Dalton?
Listen,
He looked like
Go ahead,
Min Min
Coast.
right
Hey.
now.
Go ahead,
dog.
Coast.
Everything, bro.
Coast, go ahead, go ahead. The
If
floor is yours,
people-
Coast. Take it.
If people purchase these Game Boy Advance ports and their sales are high, Nintendo will see no point in having a virtual console for their Game Boy games and will then want to port more Game Boy games onto the console to make money.
That's not where I thought you were going. Where I thought you were going is if you looked at the overall theme of this direct. If
Mr.
you look at the
Fantastic.
games that got announced, we had a Super Monkey Ball remaster. We had stop. All right, we had a sequel
Inspector
to
Gadget?
Metroid Fusion. We had Cruisin' coming
Scorpion,
back,
get
a new
over
Mario
it.
Golf, and
I'm-
Dance Wars
I am
and
so
WarioWare.
excited.
I'm like, with all of those things, that to me feels like the early Game Boy. I'm going right past the loopy stuff. I'm not even going to acknowledge it. I'm telling you right now.
I'm out.
To
Bro,
me-
just at full speed ahead.
To
But
me,
Elastic
full
Man?
speed ahead, this is like they're bringing back these GameCube, Game Boy Advance classics, and it really does feel like there is an opportunity for Golden Sun to come back if this stuff sucsucceeds. I don't think you're wrong.
Golden Sun
Elastic
gone
Girl.
forever. The only
Yeah,
time Golden
I'm
Sun's
gonna be
coming
real.
back is when they put that shit on the NSO.
Not bionic arm.
Is Camelot doing the new
Golf team.
Mario Golf?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's their grave. They're there forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, what I like though is like with Advance Wars, like Way Forward's doing it. So and like
Right.
that's again like that to me. That's the best case scenario of like the smaller franchises. You give it to like the Way Forwards or like the big indie teams that like would know how to make these things that are like close to Nintendo. Like that's like the best part to me. Because
Not gonna
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I since I don't know Advance Wars all that well, when I first saw the trailer, my first thought was River City Girls, since I recognized the way forward style before I
Yeah,
recognized
style.
it being Advance Wars.
Hey, that's getting a sequel too, man. I'm so excited
Yes,
to play
sir.
that.
Yeah.
No River City.
Online
Yeah.
co-op too.
Why didn't the
But,
first one have that? That's stupid.
Yeah, it's weird. I
know,
guess
the
they didn't
second
expect.
does have
I think
a-
they
oh,
didn't
wait, no, it
expect
doesn't have
it.
online co-op.
No, it doesn't.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna
No,
say
no,
I do
go.
want to bring this up in terms of Advance Wars too, because it goes back to something you guys were saying. Like this was back when Kimishima was president, right? Before the new guy got I forgot what his name is. Who's the new president of Nintendo?
Kurokawa.
Furukawa, is that his name?
Big
think.
Bob.
All right, whatever. The new president of Nintendo, when he was appointed, they had
Yes.
mentioned that one of the big things that Kimishima wanted to do that they're carrying over is, licensing out their established IPs to like other developers. And we saw this with Cadence of Hyrule, when they did that. They're like not afraid to now give these small indie teams, Furukawa, thank you. They're not afraid to give these small indie teams these big franchises now. And I think ultimately it's the best case scenario for a lot of these franchises that otherwise would stay dead.
Well, 'cause
that's
we-
what
we
you
Why
said
is Golden
with
Sun
Mother.
still dead, bro?
Yeah, but I mean, it happened with Cadence of Hyrule. It's like to me, it's more like all we know, like all these indie teams. How many indie games do we see that like they just make games that are these games but aren't? Like, so it's like might as well just have.
Wargroove was some Advanced Wars, but raw ass. My bad.
Well, what was
I
the-
had to
what
get
was
that. I had to
that,
get that
I'm
out
with
there.
you. I'm with you, Zach. I'm with you.
Yeah, Wargroove
Completely
was
agree,
pretty
bro.
I
boring.
had to get that
I
out
hated
there.
that.
Fast RMX team could totally do F-Zero, I think.
I
Because they
agree.
basically were already making F-Zero. Just give them the property.
I want to say before I move on, I was so happy to see
Yeah.
Cruisin' because I loved Cruisin', especially like Cruisin' Exotica and Cruisin' USA in arcades.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I was very happy because I knew looking into it that Nintendo had it, but who knows they would do something with it. So I'm happy to see them actually putting out a new Cruisin' game.
Yeah, because Cruisin' was developed. It's always been developed by Midway, who obviously puts them in arcades. But the IP itself is owned by Nintendo. Nintendo can do whatever they want with Cruisin'.
Oh, really?
They just
Isn't
yeah.
Midway just like 6 feet under right now?
Yeah, Midway's
Well,
gone.
I think that's why they finally were like, okay, we're gonna bring Blast out because Midway developed Blast, right? Or was it developed by Nintendo in arcades and then brought to Switch? I think
that
it was
I
like
don't know.
I think it was either Midway or like another company that branched off of Midway or something. High Voltage? No, not High Voltage. High Voltage made the one that was on Wii. Oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Wherever Cruisin's coming back. looks like it could be fun little arcade racer. And then finally, after Advance Wars, we got the Zelda segments to close everything off. We got the little bit of a bait and switch with Age of Calamity's expansion pass. Anybody excited for that?
No.
It's kind of okay. Was I the only one worried they weren't going to talk about Breath of the Wild 2 with the way that was starting?
No, I was fully
No,
because they said it was
were
like
going
a
to do it, of
segment.
course.
They said it was like a segment, so I assumed, okay, this is just the part where we see Zelda stuff. If anything, I was disappointed that like we didn't get Wind Waker, and it seems like we're not anytime soon because he was like, these are our plans for the 35th
What do you
anniversary.
mean? We
I
didn't
don't
make
know.
Wind Waker? What do you mean?
It's free money. It's free money. I think they're sitting on Wind Waker and Twilight Princess.
I think it'll come, just not for the anniversary, because they like specifically said like they set expectations. So like these like the Game & Watch thing, this DLC, and whatever.
Here's what I'm going to make a hard read right now. In the words of Tito, this is what I think we're going to get. I think in October or November, they're going to drop an announcement on Twitter that Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD are coming to Switch. And it gets a release date of January of 2022. So it just misses the anniversary, but it sort of pulls like a Bowser's Fury situation. That's what I think is going to happen.
Is that going to be out for more than 3 months?
Well, who knows? Probably, because they're Wii U ports. I think they're probably just going to do that as like, oh, here's a special announcement we have moving into 2022. Because there's obviously things that they didn't show here that we know are in development, like Splatoon. Like, we're obviously going to get another look at Splatoon later this year and some other type of direct. And that just, to me, like a port of Wind Waker and Twilight Princess seems like the type of thing you could just drop on Twitter or tease in a direct later in the year and not actually, take away from Skyward Sword. Because Skyward Sword still comes out next month. And I don't think... It would just be weird to be like, oh, here's this port of Skyward Sword, and then also hear these ports of Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. I think they want to wait for Skyward Sword to come out before they do it.
I agree.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
Yeah,
and obviously they want eyes on Skyward Sword for like obviously what they were doing like with the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
Yeah.
I think Kirby's kind of in the same situation. I totally
It's
still
September,
believe that Donkey Kong rumor. I feel like Kirby, Donkey Kong, those are all things I kind of feel like might be shown in a direct later in the year as like exciting teases for 2022. So then they showed off the Legend of Zelda Game & Watch. Looks cool, but probably not going to buy it.
You're not going to have an opportunity to buy it, bro.
Well, hashtag
That's
free
just gonna
product.
get
Nintendo
scalped.
wants to send that my way.
True,
I'll take it. Hashtag free product. I'll take it. But otherwise, I'm not buying it.
Hashtag free product.
Yeah, right.
How do we get it? You don't have to flex on us. That's crazy.
I'm not trying to flex. I'm just saying that I'm not going to buy it otherwise.
So you flex without effort? That's crazy. You just comes
that's
naturally.
not- Oh my god! All
Hey,
right,
Nintendo, send it over to him right now, bro.
Finally, they end with the
Hey,
trailer
Nintendo gamers every time.
for the sequel to Breath of the Wild, and it looks like Skyward Sword, where he's jumping out of the sky. I was looking at that instantly. I forgot who said it on Twitter. That screenshot of Link jumping out of the sky is instantly going to sell 3 million more copies of Skyward Sword HD on the Switch.
Yeah, I saw that and was definitely not expecting any of that for
That
a
was
sequel.
awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Like everything about that shit. Like that's also a perfect gameplay trailer where like you give people enough to like spec because obviously people are like going insane like trying to theorize and figure stuff out there, and it also gives you enough of a glimpse of the gameplay to get like at least the basic notion of like what it's gonna be like without also having a blowout yet.
Yeah.
Because they call it a teaser trailer, which that's a good like.
That is a teaser trailer. Exactly. Yeah. That wasn't a trailer. That was a teaser trailer because they give you teases of what's to come. It looks like there's like some type of time travel mechanic with the drips going into the sky cities or whatever. It looks. There's a brief segment. I want to pull this up so I get the exact timestamp so people know what I'm talking about. Where Link is like fighting a boss or something, and it's at the 37-minute 21-second mark in the Nintendo Direct, where you see Link sort of using his arm like a flamethrower onto this weird, like, eyeball tentacle boss thing. And that, to me, looks like a dungeon. That, to me, looks like they might be doing real dungeons, which I hope they are.
Or
the shrines were fine, but I want dungeons.
Or the reason why he dropping out the sky like that, because Breath of the Wild 2 is actually a battle royale.
Oh my god, please no.
Yeah. Hey, where we dropping, boys?
Where we dropping, Link?
Where we dropping in Hyrule, bro? Let's go.
Any other speculation about this? Yeah, Viram, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I wasn't so much disappointed with anything that they showed in the trailer. But considering that we've known about Breath of the Wild 2 for a good couple of years now, it's almost a bit of a shame that there wasn't a bit more to that trailer.
Sure.
Granted, as I said, what we got was really good, but it's like we've been completely starved of information about that game for 2 years, and Aonuma's been teasing us like, oh, we don't have anything to show for Breath of the Wild 2 yet, so here's something else, and he did that multiple times, and it's like, okay, finally we get to see something in Breath of the Wild. This is amazing.
I do think
Oh, that's it?
it's clear that this is obviously the development has been hurt by COVID, right? I think that's because had they announced it at, they did announce it at E3 2019. Had there not been a COVID, I think literally this exact trailer we got during this E3 Direct would have been seen at the end of last year. And we would have been well into this E3 being like, oh, here's real in-depth gameplay of Breath of the Wild 2, and that probably would have been the holiday game. So I think everything just kind of got shifted by a year due to COVID, but I mean, I'm still excited. I'm glad that they're developing it. At least we saw something of it. It wasn't like Bayonetta 3 or Metroid Prime.
Yeah,
and it was an engine. It wasn't like a CG thing, which is cool too.
Have they done a CG thing? I don't think they have.
No, they haven't, because they're smart. But I think that covers it for Nintendo,
and
right?
Speaking of games coming out at the end of this year in early 2022, they announced. Did we talk about Pokemon?
Oh no!
Speaking of games that are dropping at the end of this year in early 2022,
Talk to him, Tito Tot.
Diamond and Pearl and got an actual release date in Pokemon.
What we got dropping next month, my boy?
Where they at?
And wait, hold on, I'm not done.
Talk to him.
We got Pokemon fucking Journeys Arceus dropping out January, but who gives a fuck about all that?
That game. What we got
Who gives a
dropping
fuck
next
about all
month,
that?
my
Who gives a
boy?
fuck about that? Next month, we about to run up the ladder, bro. Me and Shofu about to be challenger.
Lil Timmy getting ganked.
Bro, I'm talking about you're about to see the craziest slow bro ganks in the mid lane you've ever seen in your fucking life, bro.
Man, shit, I'm pulling up with the Kremmer and like, bing, 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 bing.
Okay, wait. So do you guys actually like that game?
I had fun with it.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it too.
I'm about to pull up at the Cinderace and be like, ming, ming.
I thought it was fun.
Nah, that game is clean.
I think Absol was like the most broken character.
Me and Tito played that game for 8 hours a day.
like a week, like a whole week.
I'm gonna be playing it a fucking lot.
Yes. I won't say it's a competitively good game yet. I have no idea.
No, it's just fun.
I highly doubt it will be. But yeah, it is fun. It is a fun game.
And
they're gonna run tournaments anyway.
I got the best Cinderace in the West, bro.
Some of these characters
every character feels fun. It's like well put together.
Weird though, because Pokemon Unite, it's coming to Switch first and then mobile. Like, is it not coming to PC?
They're trying to.
There's no way Pokemon's gonna be on PC
no, it's not
at
on
all,
PC.
dude.
Could you imagine Game Freak putting their games on, or not Game Freak, but like Game Freak allowing their IP on PC?
No.
I mean, they have Pokemon trading card game online and stuff. I mean, they have games on PC.
Yeah, but I guess
That's not the same.
you're right, actually.
No, yeah, TCG Online is huge.
No, but
I never thought about that.
Yeah, but I would consider that way different though.
Yeah, it's pretty different. But I think they obviously want Switch because it's a Pokemon game, and then they're specifically hitting mobile because mobile games are so big in China, which is where.
No, that I understand why they're doing mobile. I just thought it was weird that they're not doing PC. Is the only thing. I really thought they were going to do that. Especially
I'm so excited though that the Switch versions. My bad. I'm excited the Switch version's coming out first.
Me too. Yeah,
I was so tired of playing on my phone and my hands getting hot as fuck.
So
you said blue stars.
Better phone, bro.
So what is that? What's the official release date for Unite? When's it coming out?
I think it's
It's
just
July.
They didn't say a date.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess that, like, I hope in July we get like a Pokemon Presents where like they give it a hard day and we finally get gameplay. Bro, this is the weirdest.
You can find gameplay.
No, I'm talking about of Diamond and Pearl and like I'm assuming there's gonna be a Presents where like they finally give us gameplay of Diamond and Pearl and Arceus and they give like a hard day.
Didn't they
That's
already
the
show
thing
that?
This is the weird.
They did.
Nah,
I
this
really
is
truly
this is
thought
the weirdest rollout.
I really, truly thought that Pokemon Presents was going to happen the week before E3. Especially with like Sonic and with everything else it usually does. They have 2 massive games coming. They have an open world and a remake. Didn't show it at all. Unite's coming out next month. Stupid. Very weird. Yeah.
Well, we know the release dates of 2 games are, we have the fucking Pokemon remake, and then we have Legends Arceus, and they're right next to each other pretty much. We'll 100% get something before the Pokemon games start dropping.
But it's weird, right? Because usually, like the Pokemon rollout is always they do the earlier announcement.
Worried, bro.
It is, dude. Like
I'm starting to think that the Diamond and Pearl shit is the same. Like it's gonna be way more similar than we thought it was gonna be.
Maybe they need more time because they're working on more shit at once. Those are 2 pretty big ass games, man.
Yeah, they're either hiding it because like they've got a lot of new shit in it. Because like usually the Pokemon rollout is like when they're announced, we get a trailer every month or 2, whether it's like just a new feature or like one Pokemon, it's like a 30-second trailer. Like usually they're on a roll.
It's usually something,
It's weird. Like it's oddly quiet.
You know what it is? It's probably COVID, bro.
It's probably COVID. You're right.
I'm sure it is. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is probably COVID.
But even then, they could also be. They could also be.
I don't know. The fact that it's a remake.
It's a remake, dude. Like I don't know. Like even like screenshots, like some stuff.
Nah, it's in a completely new engine, bro. You can't just say it's
not. It's in Sword and Shield's engine. What are you talking about? They're just they're making it like tile based too. So they're literally just copying the maps. It's not like it's the maps are tile based, even though the game's freeform. You could tell by the cliffs. So I don't know why it's taking them so long to show anything. It's just weird.
It's a weird rollout for sure, but I next month it has to be. I mean, like then we're like 3 months from launch. They've got to have something.
Hope so. I mean, I love Gen 4. I really love Gen 4.
That's why
I hope they don't screw it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, real quick, I want to bring this up because I asked Twitter. I think obviously it's biased because I'm a Nintendo ambassador, so it's like obviously this is going to be the answer. But I asked people, we're going to be discussing all the E3 announcements on tonight's episode of Japan Time. Which conference or presentation were you most impressed by? 81% said Nintendo was the highlight. 14% said Microsoft. 3% said Summer Game Fest, and everything else was less than 1%. So it does feel like, obviously we're all Nintendo fans, so I feel like we all agree that obviously Nintendo had the best show. But overall this was a pretty bad E3.
I think Nintendo has the best show just based on the fact that when I watch a Nintendo event, there's not fucking 15 different games that look identical to each other. Bro, there was like 5 Chernobyl games. Why are these companies making the same game over and over and over and over again? It's very weird to watch these other shows.
Ever?
Even like
the state of play I'm hearing it might happen by the time we do the next show, because I think it's going to happen either next Friday or the same day as the Kazuya thing, which I guess would be this Friday. Wait, hold on. Kazuya is next Monday.
Kazuya is next week.
There's a rumor that it's going to be the 25th, which I guess is this Friday. So if we find out, we're going to find out within the next couple days. I wouldn't hold your breath. I'm not like holding out for it. I hope they do one. I think it'd be really cool to get a state of play, but I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see.
It
did feel weird not having
Battle Royale 2.
Oh please no.
What?
Look, I got Advance Wars. I'm happy. That's all I needed.
Even like within Nintendo Directs, I think this was like an awesome one because like you got like the trailers. There was not a single CG trailer only. Everything was quick-paced trailers. Even like the third-party segments for like when they showed Guardians or whatever, they were like really small. They had like the Monkey Ball stuff. They had revivals with like WarioWare and Metroid and Advance Wars. And then you have your big game with Breath of the Wild. It's like I just think overall as like a direct, it was just really awesome.
Definitely. I think that wraps everything up. I think we pretty much hit on everything. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap this up?
Roger, did you ever watch Dragon Ball Z?
I mean, I've watched Dragon Ball Z as a kid. Yeah.
Do you remember who Goku fought on?
Bro, shut up.
Okay.
Zeb, come on, dog.
He's not gonna get it though. That's the thing. He's not gonna get it.
Yeah, I
you
probably
said
won't.
You
I'm
set
sorry.
It up so easy.
It was
If
a
it was like a
random.
Naruto
You
one,
asked
I would've gotten
you asked that
it.
shit out of
Nah.
absolutely nowhere, so it was very obvious. But I wanted to see where it was
Yeah,
going.
you could have done
I
better.
also wanted to
I
know
did
the
wanna
You
know
answer.
where
didn't. You didn't naturally bring that up in any way.
Yeah, like
We're gonna bring up
come
about like, how
on.
Dragon Ball Kakarot's coming to Switch or something, or
Yeah,
That's
it
not-
would
exactly
have
what it
made
was
more
gonna lead
sense.
to.
Would have been more sense if like you asked like one of us that actually like does watch Dragon Ball, because then it would be
like
like,
Fidel,
oh yeah, it's this
Fidel would
game.
have said.
Hey, Roger's an anime content.
What's the joke,
creator.
bro?
He's
What's
not
the
a
fucking
Dragon
joke?
Ball character.
Bro, it's don't worry about it.
No, finish the
None
damn
of those,
joke.
man. None of
You gotta
no,
say
let's-
the joke now. You gotta
Come
say
on,
the
man.
joke
You
at
fucked
least.
it up. It took you
Give us
just
the
a minute, it's fine.
punchline, bare minimum.
bro.
Fidel,
Okay,
just answer what he says and let him get you. That's fine.
Okay, hey, who did Goku fight in Babidi ship?
Deborah?
Bro, no one's even gonna know that character.
Exactly, that's why.
What character is it?
How was I gonna know that? I do One Piece. I don't know.
trying to
what
talk
Dragon Ball-
about. He's trying to
You
talk
would've
about this
said,
one
like,
character.
If you
Called
would have said like,
Yakon.
oh, what's the name of Kaido's kid
Oh,
again?
I forgot about
Oh,
that.
And then you
Yakon.
say Yamato, and then I'm like Yamato this blank, you know, that's
Yamato
fine. And I would have said,
these
you know, yeah, exactly,
What?
right,
What
exactly.
the
Then I
fuck?
would have said, okay.
Oh, also as an aside, as an
Just talking about
aside,
Yakuza.
that Ratchet and Clank game, that new one is very good.
It's sick, dude.
It
So
is.
actually, do you want to talk about that? Because I was interested in it, but I
Yes.
wasn't going to buy
Oh,
it
it's a
because
great game,
Ratchet and
man.
Clank things to me are always like, oh, I'm going to get it when it's free on PS
I have
Plus.
already 100%ed it. It is
Wow.
very.
So
it's not
is
that
that
hard.
the
Ratchet,
game to-
that's not an accomplishment. Ratchet and Clanks are very easy to 100%. But
Is that the game to sell PS5s right now?
I think it's the best looking game on the PS5. I don't know if you're gonna
I
buy
agree.
a PS5
Looking,
for it.
I agree with you based on the trailers, but gameplay wise, like what's hooking you?
Gameplay wise, the game.
Action.
The biggest compliment I can give is that, do you remember the release, like the announcement trailer, and how cool it looked, like him jumping through rifts and shit like that?
Sure.
It feels the same way to play. It feels that good. Like,
I
like
actually
even
do
towards the
wanna
end of the
try it
game, when you're like doing that shit and you're going through rifts and you're grappling through them and you're like basically teleporting, that shit is crazy every time you do it.
It's good to know. Because I was
Yeah, it's
genuinely
really
interested
good,
in
man.
it, but
It's really good.
I wasn't gonna buy it because I'm so backlogged with Switch stuff right now. But everyone's been saying it's great, so I might
it's
have to hop on
fantastic.
that when I get back.
Fantastic.
You know what I forgot to talk about? Final Fantasy IX is getting an animated series.
Oh yeah, so that just got announced today. What the heck? Out of nowhere.
So
Is there a
random.
reason? Is there an anniversary happening or something?
The anniversary happened this year already. It was like way earlier in the year.
Oh. Well,
But,
we're getting an anime
yeah.
of FF9.
Mike linked me the, or someone linked me the studio that's doing it, and it looks bad. Like,
It's bad?
like the work they put out, it looks bad.
Oh. You know, oh, actually, wait, Anime Hour, real quick. I gotta shout this out.
Oh.
Speaking of anime that look bad, I am devastated because this manga is so good. I did a
Talk to
read
him.
through about a month and a half ago. This manga of Record of Ragnarok is awesome. The fights are fantastic. The choreography is good. The writing is
That
good.
Netflix shit.
Record of Slideshow on Netflix is unacceptable. Completely, utterly unacceptable. I was looking at this. Record of Ragnarok is so fun. The concept is great. And I saw a little bit of the Zeus fight, and I died inside. I cannot believe
You said
they
Promised
did that to
Neverland.
my boy.
So did they do it like
Oh,
what's it
Promised
called?
Neverland.
There's moments. I don't know
Oh,
if you guys
dear.
have seen. I love the Life as a House Husband manga.
Yeah, I was saying they did it
And
like that.
You know
right?
how the anime of that is kind of like slideshowy?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's that, but for a battle shonen.
Okay, yeah.
And
that
there's
is-
moments that are
bad.
just completely ugly.
Oh, I
dude.
saw
I
tweets,
cannot
yeah, where it's
believe.
like these
I
slides.
could, I could let Way of the Household Husband slide with that because it's
Right,
kind of like a
because it's
gaggy thing.
comedy. Exactly. Slice of life.
I heard
it's fun.
that show in Japan. I heard that show wasn't even marketed as an anime. It was a fuck up in the West.
It was marketed as like a visual comic or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
like a moving
exactly.
comic.
But jeez, I mean, Record of Ragnarok, dude. I'm so sad. That could have been so good. Could have been so good. Please, I beg of you, if Solo Leveling ever gets an adaptation,
Bro,
please.
I'm
I
telling
don't want
you,
these
bro.
studios to put it on Netflix. Please don't do it. Don't put that in the world, please.
Netflix and
Give it to
Crunchyroll
you,
fucking up
Solo.
every goddamn show.
Please, no,
like it's their
please.
fucking job, bro.
Don't do it to Solo Leveling,
Oh
please.
my
I beg
god,
of you.
bro.
Please.
You remember that High Guardian Spice show or whatever it was called?
No.
Shit, You don't remember that? Oh, that. Let me find that. Remember
was
when
like-
Crunchyroll was like, "Yo, we're making our own anime now." and they're like, we've made a whole studio.
Okay,
and then the
that's
first
right.
thing they showed was this.
It looks like Steven Universe.
Yeah, it was just a Steven
An
Universe.
anime?
show. It got canceled, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. Why did they go out of their way to make an anime of a well-renowned manga or manhwa just to fucking take a shit on it? Why do they do that? I know it's about money and time or whatever the fuck, but why even make the goddamn show?
Why even do it? I'm right there.
Why
Why
do they literally invite people to talk shit about something that people love?
I feel like because they want to catch the next trend. Because like, if they can get like,
God.
the next like Jujutsu Kaisen or something and make that
You're not going to
exclusive.
do that unless you have a
But
quality
the quality
studio behind
difference,
it.
the
I know,
quality
no, I
difference
agree.
is so fucking great. You should be able to see that shit with your own fucking eyes.
I think it's just these higher ups. They just give it to a studio and they don't even bother just like looking at who is doing or what they're doing, and they're just like, oh, take this IP, do it.
It's crazy, bro. The integrity in most of these shows is just fucking gone.
I will say though,
A lot of
one
it is
that I think
bad
is okay,
pipeline and timeline management.
One that I thought was fine, but again, take this as somebody who just watched the anime, didn't know anything about it, and then read a little bit of the manhwa and was like, I'm not enjoying this. Tower of God's anime I thought was fine. I thought like the music in Tower of God was pretty good. I thought the art style was interesting enough at least, and I thought the characters at least weren't like abysmally ugly to look at.
The Tower of Sin.
Whatever you want to call it, sure. Are you allowed to say that on Twitch? I thought it was banned on Twitch.
Yeah,
You can say it. No one
Okay, we're fair. Okay, cool.
You can't use it in a derogatory manner.
Yeah, you can't be like, hey yo,
This character is not real, so it doesn't matter.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're fair. We're good then.
It's dumb.
But I
Look,
thought
man, that entire
was
show
actually
is fucking
acceptable.
dog shit. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, Roger. I can see why you would like it,
Yeah.
but like, look, man.
Why would he like it?
No, I understand. No, I didn't take offense. You know, I know what you mean. I completely know
Yeah,
what
it
you
means
mean.
you got bad fucking taste. That's what
No,
it means.
no.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No. I know. Don't make this work. I was not offended. I was not offended, Tito. I was not offended. You're fine.
I know. Roger knows what we're
I
talking
know
about
what
this
you
show
mean.
for.
I know what
With
you mean.
Tokyo,
I
we
know
talk
what
about
you
this
mean.
with Tokyo Revengers.
we know what it
Absolutely.
is.
I completely
We're both
understand.
sick and tired
Damn.
of all these goddamn animes having the protagonist be a whole ass bitch
Oh
and getting his
my
ass
God.
beat the whole time.
I couldn't enjoy Tokyo Revengers because every
Just
episode.
came in here starting shit. I did not take it like that at all, Tito. I literally showed
So I know you
said it.
didn't.
Nah, I heard what
Oh
he
my
said.
Don't listen to that guy.
He said, I can tell why you would like Tower of God. But me, I don't like that shit. That's what he
I don't
said.
think there's anything wrong with making a character and then having him be bad and then later he gets better. I feel like
No, that's not Tokyo Revengers. Okay,
not
Tokyo
Tokyo
Revengers. I cannot stand a show where the main character just consistently and constantly gets his ass beat. All right,
Fucking calm down.
that whole show is him getting his ass whooped, but not backing down, so he gets some respect for it. That's it. That's the
Okay,
whole
but
fucking show.
how far you got in the show?
I stopped watching it.
Okay, then let me tell you that something happened that made it different. But I
That
can't.
nigga gets his ass beat every day, bro. I
said all that to say-
Okay, but the whole setup is that happens until later on when he
Look,
overcomes
look,
something and it
look.
feels
Look,
more
fuck that
special.
show anyway.
Does he
Fuck
get a
that show
fucking
anyway.
gun or something? Does he buy a sword? What the fuck does he
No.
Look,
He need
look.
one. He need one.
Fuck that show anyway. I just said all that to say that today they announced that the Spy Family anime comes out next year, and if they ruin that, I'm never watching every anime
I'm
ever
not
again.
gonna ruin
That's
it. And
fine.
the reason I don't think they're going to ruin it, well, okay.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Yeah, I don't want to put that in the ether. But I hope, because Spy Family is a really quality manga, I almost said manhwa, manga that I highly, highly recommend, I don't think they're going to screw it up. I think they know they have something special on their hands, and I don't think it'll be a Kaizen situation. It's not going to get the budget of a JJK, but it doesn't need it. I think so long as it's decent, it'll be good.
I mean, that show's harder to fuck up than something with a bunch of action in it.
That
Yeah,
show
also the
is
thing is, like,
wholesome and pure, and
it's
that
also-
manga
it's-
must remain pure.
Kind of slice of life comedy, so like it's not the same kind of situation as The Promised Will Not Be Named. You know what I mean? Like I think that was just a whole
I don't talk about
mess of
that.
a situation.
Sorry,
I don't
series.
even. I know. I love the Promised Neverland manga. I thought the manga was great, and even though
don't know how they did
I
that
didn't
with
like
the
some
second
things,
season.
but, oh Jesus, man, that second season, I just.
Because I was just anime only, and just because I've been enjoying that
Which
more
one?
so than Manga's Promise. That one, yeah.
Oh, you
That
said
one.
the problem was trash. You
But
said
I don't know who.
You said that nigga Shofu waited 15 years or whatever the fuck to watch the anime be dog shit.
I don't know who sat there and is like, you know
15
what?
years,
This is
you
how
know.
we're gonna wrap this up, and then actually
I know it
made
felt,
that last
yeah.
episode the way it is. I thought this would be fine. I don't know who did that.
That last half an episode contained like 3 seasons of content.
Oh,
You said Goldie
jeez.
Pond.
Goldie who? That's-
I tried to tell y'all didn't listen that they're not gonna do
Oh,
that
man.
short because too many kids are getting blown back. I told y'all. Nobody listened.
It's a shame. But you know what's not a shame is for people who like Chainsaw Man, we are getting a preview of that next Sunday.
Yes,
So-
yeah. Yeah. Now that I don't know how they're gonna do that. That
Well, I mean,
manga.
Yeah,
it can obviously
that's
it's going to be
true.
Zero or whatever it's called, like the M-rated TV-18, whatever.
That
I don't-
manga is crazy.
Yeah,
gore.
that's some
Yeah.
next stuff in there.
We'll see. We'll find out soon. We'll be
That
back.
manga, it just shows you should never trust a bitch.
We'll be back in 2 weeks because that preview will be out. Hopefully there'll be some Pokemon news. Hopefully there'll be a state of
Golf
play.
will be out.
Mario Golf will be out. Kazuya is going to be out. So we're going to have a fun show 2 weeks from now. So look
Hey,
forward
everybody
to
play Guilty Gear.
that. Everyone will play
Yeah,
Guilty Gear.
explain.
And until next time, we will talk to you guys later.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Go play Guilty Gear.
Gear.